Hello and good evening. Oh my God, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Johannes 12. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Golga Nananas. Hello there. Good morning. Bonjour, bonjour. Bienvenue. Rodri, good morning, sir. And indeed, oh my God, it is going to be quite some day today. Adrian, hello there, sir, and welcome. Hi, Nick Dave. Good morning. Oh my God, isn't it way too early for you? Oh my God, man. I cannot thank you enough for actually joining us. Good morning, also Salty Capybara. How are you doing, man, today? Kraken, bonjour, monsieur, bienvenue. Fufi is calling me out for casting a game right after waking up after a hangover and a pizza day. To be honest, I actually have pizza downstairs. I didn't get to eat it. I just couldn't actually open up to anything to eat today. Big Z, good morning, sir, and welcome. And thank you so much for picking up that first promotion. Good morning. I did also see TNT Man 2010. Hello there, sir. Bonjour et bienvenue, monsieur. Also, Fire Baguette. Hello, long time no see. How have you been doing? Hope everything is well. And of course, you got a wonderful time with us today. Sylvan Atmosphere. Good morning, sir. Good evening. I guess it depends where you are. I hope you're going to have a good time with us also. It's only 0300. Oh my God. Yeah, that's quite something. I do want to point out quickly the band of the game over here. We do have 4 pre-game bans as usual in the CWC Season 8. Victoria Age of Steam got banned immediately by IceLuc by TVMT, and then we do have Coupe and Mobande banned by Civ Australia. The 4th ban coming up over here, and the 2nd ban of TVMT will be Hungary. So 4 bans: Victoria Age of Steam, Coupe, Mobande, and Hungary. Well, we're going to need to see how they plan to go around them right now, and what kind of map we're going to end up on. It looks like it's going to be Continental Islands, Primordial, or Highlands, a choice between those 3. And I do think actually all of the civilizations they actually banned right now are quite powerful and quite preferred by the players, very high up in their preferences. Also, let's see the rosters of the teams for today. TVMT showing up with Apology, Pipo, IceLuc, and Milamber on their side, while on the other side we got Bam Niku, Damori with Infinite, and AflyingToilett showing up for Civ Australia. Now, it's been a while since we actually got the pleasure of streaming Civ Australia games, and usually they are this early in the morning. We do need to see how they're going to fare against their opponents, and of course TVMT, we've streamed quite a few games from them. They did switch up the roster quite a bit, and I do have to point out about Civ Australia's roster. Damori has joined them for this season of the CWC. Also, Iskara the Greatest, hello there, sir, and good morning. Now we do have Primordial as the map chosen for today. Now this is gonna be quite interesting. Oh my God. Okay, this is started up to be quite a game in front of us. And there's gonna be actually 2 games today. We got this one, and later on we're gonna have enemy versus HOH. The Brazilians going against the Germans. So we're gonna see how that's gonna look like. Yeah, exactly, like Damori the Australian. He has switched from Freritos de la Vega, which was quite a surprise for me. Of course, Freritos did also acquire new members on the roster over there, one of them under the gun, and we do need to see how they're gonna fare. It did seem this week, especially in the CFR squadrons, they didn't put all of their effort in, and that was quite surprising for me to see them how Ulysse did manage to control that game from the beginning to the end. And I do want to see how this evolves, of course, in the next few weeks. Also, Ulysse has quite a powerful roster at this time, and I'm pretty sure they put a lot of time into their training games, into the scrims. You've seen some of them actually on the stream right here, and a lot of them are actually being played in the back doors over there. So yeah, they're putting as much effort as possible to actually be the best. Also, let's see, in the active ban phase we do have England, Victoria, Age of Empire taken out immediately, and by the looks of it we're gonna need to wait and see who's gonna ban next. Civ Australia will need to choose 2 bans. Actually, sorry, no, one ban. Cyrus is gonna be the next one, and I'm gonna make a quick disclaimer. I'm still waking up, and I'm probably gonna make a few mistakes here and there. I hope I'm actually gonna how to say, I'm gonna recover quickly from them and realize my mistakes, so I can actually say the correct way. Also, what map did they pick? Primordial. This is Primordial, so I can put it up on the screen over here so we can know about it. On the left side of the screen, you're gonna see right now me typing Primordial. Okay, there we go. There we go. Also, Kamelik Brukenhaven, good morning, sir. How was the first game? The first game from yesterday, actually quite fast. A commanding lead from Black Peter, which I gotta say also they have been showing up with stronger and stronger skill on their side. We're expecting a lot from them during this tournament, during the CWC season 8. They are here to win. We've talked with them a little bit in the post-game chat yesterday, and their mindset is just, we're gonna win. That's it. There's no alternative to this. We're gonna win. Also, Salty Capybara is gonna be very, very happy today. Best map pick. They will get brownie points for that. Woohoo! Wait, where do I get my brownie? how do I get my brownie? Marco Diabolo, bonjour monsieur, bienvenue. We do have Portugal taken out, and it looks like also Japan on the Primordial map. I do have to say it is kind of fractally. A lot of water will be available for them. A decent amount of land will also be available, kind of like how to say, half. And I do have to say a lot of the times it does end up on the naval conflicts to actually end the game. It's not uncommon to actually see some land warfare here and there, but I wouldn't think that's gonna be the primary conflicts that we're gonna have. We've actually seen quite a few times how to say, those caravel timings being extremely important on this map type. So I'm not surprised that we see a lot of these civilizations with very good bonuses towards Navy that are being taken down or banned over here, and it looks like Norway is going to be the next one up. This is Konge, I believe this is Konge, right? The leader, the original leader give me a second. I don't know why I might be hearing stuff or something. Do I have something open over here, or what was this? Anyway, it is what it is. Looks like Spain is going to be the last one, and I didn't want to say the original or Norwegian leader over there with the long ships. That's what I wanted to finish my sentence with. You know, I get distracted sometimes. It is what it is. Apology going for Dido. Looks like Toilet is actually going to pick the Varangian version of Faral Handrada. This is maybe, well, you do get the discounts on levied units, and levied units do receive culture effect and the science from kills equal to the 50% of the opponent's combat strength. That's quite something. But most of the time you do have the Varangian leader preferring to stay on the inland. I did see some upcoming notes from BBG, and they're looking at actually adding some of the bonuses from Konge to him, especially towards those. Oh, never mind. Toilet actually playing with our minds over here. He's actually gonna go for the big John Curtin. I mean, it's not a Civ Australia game without Australia in it, right? Yeah, exactly. Turtle Bear, hello there. How are you doing, sir? McCallion also, hello there, sir, and welcome. Good morning. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not, yeah, it's not an Australian game without Australia in it, right? You gotta give it to them, and that's something that we need to see a little bit more from France. Why are you not picking Catherine de Medici more often, or Magnificence? Who knows? Maybe some Eleanor France, wink wink. We do have Elizabeth I actually picked as the second civilization of Civ Australia, and then Indonesia showing up over here. So 4 coastal civilizations in the first wave of the picks. We're gonna see the last 4 bands here just in a few seconds, and we're gonna see what the players will do with it. Woohoo! Fire Baguette, thank you so much for the sub, much appreciated, sir. Let me actually, I just realized my mistake over here. I think I need to switch my things to actually hear the in-game sounds. Give me a second. This one. Now I should be able to hear the in-game sounds. Let's see. Yes, now I can hear, and also the stream and so on. Is Babylon auto-banned? No, there are no auto-bans in the game. The players do have pre-game bans. We switched this auto-ban procedure because we didn't actually have a clear way of there were actually a lot of opinions of which civilization should be banned and which shouldn't be banned. So we decided to actually give them pre-game bans, 2 bans for each team, and they are announced before the game. There are 4 pre-game bans right now, and it looks like Pompey is already calling out, there will be no Babylon. Oh, come on, man, no Babylon? Are you for real? Anyway, in the pre-game ban phase, we did have 4 bans. I'm gonna restate them. We did have Victoria, Age of Steam, Coupe, Mobande, and Hungary taken out from the players' choices. Good morning, sir. Oh my god, isn't this a bit early for you also? Toilet loves Babylon. He would play it 24/7 if possible. Oh, I see. The Civ is bad. It's bad. Pompey calling him out. No, I mean, man. Pompey. Maybe there is some secret strategy that nobody is aware that Toilet actually flying all over the planet over there did figure out. You never know, man. He just, you know, he might be pulling something out of his hat, or I don't know how. Oh my god, a bad joke was just entering my mind right there. I'm gonna refrain myself from actually saying what I wanted to say. Can't wait to see, but probably an Aztec or something basic. Yeah, well, we do have 3 more bans over here. Scythia got taken down. We do have Brazil taken down, and it looks like also wait, this is Theodora, right? This is the secondary Byzantium leader over here, or I should say the second Byzantium leader that did get introduced, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken. It takes me a while to actually learn all of these things. Basil II also got taken out, so both of the Byzantine leaders got taken down. Now we're coming back to the pick phase. We do have Damori next up to pick something. IceLuc, Milamber, and Mamniku are also going forward. We're going to need to see what Damori is gonna go for, and he's thinking. Well, I guess we need to ask Pompey. He definitely knows Damori better than us, and we do need to see what is he gonna pick. What does he want? Because I mean, we already have on their side John Cardinal and Elizabeth I. Damori is well known for his naval preferences, so if he of course would have had to go for England or something, he definitely would have gone for it. Elizabeth I does also seem like a good pick for him, and it looks like they picked Trajan. They picked Rome. I think he will play Elizabeth. Okay, yeah, I was thinking the same actually. Whoa, I'm receiving messages. Oh, wait. Okay. So let's actually see what's going on over here. I gotta say there's so much heat, by the way, in Romania. I was when I woke up, I said, okay, I need to actually get out a little bit out of the house for like 20 minutes or half an hour to like you know, wake up a little bit faster. And oh my god, man, 30+ degrees outside, extreme like humidity and stuff like that. And I'm watching right now in my bathroom, guys. They're like 34.1 degrees. Incredible. I did also notice Nader Shah got picked up over here by TVMT. It looks like Persia is showing up a lot more in the options of the players. Both leaders are actually showing up here. More and more in the big phase. We do have Gorgo picked up by Milamber, and I am actually a bit surprised about this, but not that much. We'll need to see how they're gonna end up next. Of course, with Mamniku having the last pick for Civ Australia, we're gonna need to see how this is gonna go. Immortals are strong. Yes, Immortals are strong, but actually yesterday we've seen them trying to get how to say, get going with both Persias on the Highlands map, and man, they did very well. The seeming abilities were quite surprising. They did manage to get the pushes going with Coursers, not Immortals, because they did need the extra movement, especially on Highlands, to actually get to their opponent cities, and they managed to do it quite well. Mamniku here, it looks like he's gonna go for Teddy Roosevelt, the Rough Rider, and I do see somebody. Look at Toilet, man. He actually wanted to pick Hammurabi. They didn't let him. It is what it is. Okay, okay. Let's see if I have 0 MS to anybody. I do. Rejoin. I need to rejoin. Somebody needs to turn off to the draft, so I don't actually reset all civilizations here and stuff like that. I do have, I think, 2 players with 0 MS, and I really want to fix this before we get into the game, so we don't have any like weird bugs happening. Teddy our best naval civ. Yeah. Well, we're gonna need to see. Okay, there we go. He did it before I actually finished writing. It's so good because I didn't really want to like in the lobby. Also, let's see. Okay, so let's see who actually is gonna play what. We do have Milamber going for Dido. Damori is gonna be the one with Elizabeth the first. Looks like Infinite is gonna go for John Curtin. IceLuc on Guitarja. Toilet is gonna go for Teddy Roosevelt. Pipo on Nader Shah. Apology on Gorgo, and looks like Mamniku on Rome. Well, we're just a few seconds away from actually seeing the game go on and start up the first map generation. I'm gonna put up the prediction over here for how many remaps: 0, 1, 2, and we do need to go for this. Okay, let's go. Apology just needs to click buttons. I think everything is right. We do have the BCY on the correct settings, guaranteed resources over there, and so on. If not, you can have to put team names on the city tags. While Justice has appeared. Hey, good morning, Justice. How are you doing? You wanna join? I didn't know if you actually wanna join or not. We did have a secondary. Okay, there we go. Oh, hello there. Good morning. Let me actually switch my settings over here so I can actually hear you. Give me a second. There we go.
Okay, there you go. Hello.
How are you doing? Good morning.
From this early cradle of civilization.
A bit late, I guess, but looks like just in time.
Just in time, man. Just in time. I did want to mention that we should have had a secondary caster, and honestly, if I knew you were gonna join, you could have just, or even now, if you want, you can join in the game. I think there's a caster open slot over here, and the players were a bit complaining that we don't have both slots occupied. And there's a 1 AI, so yeah.
Yeah, sure. I guess I can join up if you.
Give me a second. Let me ask them. I just sent them a message, so I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what's going on there.
Yeah, I have to restart stuff.
Okay.
With spectator mode anyway. Oh man.
I gotta say, hi Nick Dave. Oh my God. Actually, are you here, hi Nick Dave? Are you here? Oh my God, this man is amazing. I gotta say, I don't want to say a lot of things, but I. Yeah, I do want to ask you, Hani, can you make pictures of that thing you told me about? I don't want to give too much information because I wanted to be a surprise. I was messaging right now on well, I got messaged by an artist, and she was asking me about ideas and stuff like that, what to do, and maybe we can actually ask her about like that, the animations we talked about, the things we talked about. So, like, can you share me pictures with what you did so I can relay it? In the meantime, we do have Majapahit coming up on the northwest corner over here, and it looks like it is going to be a coastal settle with freshwater coming up from the lake, 311 fish tile over there. And by the looks of it, he's gonna have a lot of jobs over here. I do see a lot of also coast to go for. Not bad coast. Northeast, south. It's gonna be pretty good.
Double turtle expand. Juicy.
Double turtle expand, yes, and
Also,
tobacco.
also the campuses. So, like, this is very good in this one. Beautiful. Honestly, maybe you want one more fish or two, but other than this is what you load in for when you pick Indo.
Yeah, exactly, right. Well, I do have to mention Indo does get 2 faith a turn from actually settling on the coast over here. So hopefully we will need to see how this goes. We do have, let's see, east side. Looks like it's gonna be America toilet over here. They're from different teams, and America might actually throw a wrench in Majapahit's plans. We do know this American push with the coursers is kind of legendary, not to mention upcoming Rough Riders. We're gonna need to see how this is gonna fare. Also, Ave Machiavelli, hello there, and good morning, sir. And the potential amazing news from yesterday turned into real news today. Yeah, it is. It's happening. Well, let's see. Also on toilet spawn, we do have him with a with a horse over here. Looks like he does have sheep tiles. It doesn't look like any reef fish or anything else. I don't know what the toilet is saying over there with the BCY, but anyway, I guess it is what it is. We're gonna find out at some point. There is a possibility for him to connect to the southern seas, but honestly, I don't think he actually wants to fight Indonesia on the coast, even if yes, Galapagos Islands are over there. Well, it is what it is. Congo banned but broken BC. I have no idea what he's saying. He has his 2-2. Why is he complaining? I guess, it's one of those things. If you can complain about something, you're gonna complain about something. We do have Damori coming up here in the south. Looks like he is with Elizabeth the First gonna have a 3-2 banana. He does have a 3-1-1 fish tile to get some more 2-2 base, and I do believe he's actually gonna be the one probably trying to trade over here with America. This would be an incentive to actually get on the coast and maybe help out Elizabeth the First to fight those jongs of Indonesia.
Yeah, also we should not forget Rough Rider bonus combat strength also works on the seas, right? He's picked in the first place on naval maps. Yeah, exactly. Looking at Dido over here, Phoenicia is gonna be. Oh, we might see some form of pressure over here on the toilet. Dido is on the east side, and he's gonna have a connection on the coast directly to the capital of toilet. Of course, he does have his 2-2 base with a 3-2 banana, and I do see sheep tiles over here. We do have him with multiple settles. Pretty good one on the cattle tile over there, getting the extra food. Reef fish tile in the capital. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the cotton over there is gonna be that great. He's gonna need to kill a fish for a +3 or put a +2 next to those fish tiles, or one to the south. He does have a decent amount of cities to settle with nobody actually poking at him for some time. Australia, I'm pretty sure, is not gonna go with horses against Phoenicia for a long time here, especially since there are so many mountains. Slipunet, also good morning, sir. On va tirer la chasse, ça va le calmer.
What is this? What is this? It's we're going to fly. It'll calm him down. Oh my god. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. We gotta buy him a few drinks. That's what we need to do, you know. Buy him a few drinks and make him happy. It is what it is. Okay, so it looks like Damori is saying okay to join. You might have some. I hope you're not gonna have these things, but there might be something.
Oh,
you can join.
Yeah, sure. I just need a link.
Okay.
I mean, I may as well just wait until they're done their remap stuff and everything. Because obviously I'm pretty much just there for balancing out Congress, right?
Yeah, but I think we should do this quickly. Give me a second. There we go. Copy paste the link. I can give you also the there we go. Steam community profile. Okay, so we're just waiting over here for Justice to join us, and we will need to see Canberra also. Looks like Infinity is gonna have 2 pastures in the capital to improve. That's extra production for him. A turtle tile on the east side, and we do have a settler coming up in 5 turns. Looks like 2, 4. Okay, he's gonna have another city to the north. Oh, very good expanse coming up in the south, but he is gonna have also Persia over there to the southeast, and this is the Persia that wait, it doesn't actually get the +3 on attack, right? It's only Cyrus that gets the +3 on attack. So Mashad over here is gonna have to make do without that bonus to go against Australia. He does have 1 tile chokes to hide behind, but that's just a matter of time until he actually gets going. Wait, you couldn't join?
He still gets the +5 for
attacking.
Oh,
right. He still gets the +5.
Yeah, okay, there you go. No, we're stuck in connecting, now it's working, just checking.
Okay. Hello there, Post. +5. Wait, I know there was something with the HP, right? You get that only on full HP and then you lose it?
Yes, exactly. You get +5 when attacking full HP targets.
So you gotta make sure you first get your units a little bit lower in health.
Pretty much your first slam will be stronger.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, makes sense. But we're going to need to see if that's actually going to give him a big advantage. And looks like we can get going. Okay, I'm really sorry for the interruption over here. And hopefully you're not going to desync. Now we do have... to take a look at Mashad's capital, he does have a refish tile in the capital, which actually makes me think, is he gonna go over here campuses first, or is he gonna go animal husbandry? I would hope he's not gonna go animal husbandry, so you know he doesn't discover the horses, but that might be something out of his control. We do have a settler coming up in 4 turns, and he can actually put a city to the north. This, if he does put this city, which honestly it's pretty good, we got 3-2-3 cocoa tiles over there, 3-2 tiles. That hurricane did improve a little bit the fertility of these tiles. That would be a bit of a problem, I gotta say, a bit of a problem. And I gotta say also, man, these cities on the north are just awesome. Like these cities on the north are amazing. Sugar settle east, cocoa settle. Wow, man. Oh man.
Yeah, this is just. Actually, the sugar expand on the right is not that great, as it obviously lacks production, but
yeah. Oh, Pigfix, good morning, sir. Also, Barsake, how are you doing, sir? Good morning, good morning. TVMT has a great draft. Indeed, they do. Gorgo with Nader with Indonesia and Dido on their side. But I gotta say, I'm not that, how to say, ashamed with Civ Australia's draft, with Rome, with Teddy, with John Curtin and Elizabeth I on Damori over there. Wait, there's also Rome over here, so wait a second, this might turn out to be a 2 versus 1 against Persia, and he's not gonna like it. We do have also Gorgo here, Apology on the east side, which does seem like he's gonna have to go some inland cities. He did choose to go for the lake settle, and he does have a settler coming out in to the southwest somewhere. He is probably gonna try to get Paititi settled over here, but honestly this is kind of a bad TT. It's not great at all. And if he wants to go for this settle over here to the south of the mountains to benefit from the better tiles, oh man, that's just gonna be nasty. Oh no, he actually wants oh, he did not see that's a blocked tile. Oh, he gonna be surprised. He actually thinks it's open right for the picking. He doesn't know. Oh no, it is what it is, man. Information warfare over here is happening.
I'm actually surprised, because usually you can tell from the peel, right? Like experienced players can just hover over tile and tell from the peel. So it has to be a mountain or woods. And as it within forest tiles, rainforest tiles, it's unlikely that the appeal comes from woods.
Yeah.
Tell off if the choke is closed off or not.
It's what, the 6 appeal on a rainforest. Yeah, makes sense. I think it would have been a lot better to actually go to the north over here. We do have the remap right now, and we're going to need to see if the players will want to use the remap tokens. This was a question in the chat about if they are still remap options available, and yes, they are actually. We do have them with just a few seconds away from getting there. They're voting. TVMT voted. What do you think they voted? Any? Do we have any predictions over here? What do you think they voted?
Well, I think TVMT can be happy enough here. Like, I mean, Gorgo spawn is obviously not great, but good expanse. Dido is okay-ish, so I think they're happy enough. CivAus Australia might be not too happy, but oh, they actually both remap. Okay.
Both remap. So whatever happens next, it's gonna happen. Whatever happens is gonna generate, and we're gonna have the map. Okay. Let's see. Just a few seconds, guys. This is it. This is it. One remap. It is what it is. Pigfix was also calling out no remap. I think good land. Okay, he's scouting with a builder and an unescorted settler. Yeah. Let's see.
Well, actually, I guess Indo just met Rough Rider and they didn't see a situation. So, despite having a good spawn, Indo was not happy.
Yeah. Especially with Rough Rider on the land over here, probably without that big of a thing.
But honestly, to be fair, like if they figured out, if they see their borders and stuff and realize that he's actually full coastal and can be pressured by Dido, like he cannot really do that much against Indo. And also, to be fair, they probably figured that Indo doesn't have a target on the seas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess if I think about it, yeah, it actually makes sense that they're not happy with the position.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water to the great beasts of the Stone Age.
Okay, we're joining. The tension is rising over here. We're gonna need to see the next map, the real map, the map that's gonna be played. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna get 2v1 over here? Maybe 3v1, if there's gonna be anybody. Okay, let's see. We do have left side Indonesia. Oh, again Indonesia first to talk about. Okay, I guess we're gonna get to talk about Indonesia. Reef fish in the capital. Let's see. No, that's just coast. That's not a 3-1-1. He does have something tobacco tile over here to the north. Okay, yeah, there we go. And by the looks of it, he also can settle on the east on the dice tile if he wants to. That's a lot of faith from early on. And if he does do that, he's gonna open up another settle over here to the northwest on that tobacco. He does have a decent amount of cities to settle, but I think it was a little bit better the last time we've seen it, especially with the turtle settle next to his B2, his second city. I still don't know exactly what does a B stand for. From like the French communities, they always say B1, B2, B3. I have no idea what B stands for. We do need to wait for them to all join so we can actually see it. A base. Oh, it's base. Oh, I see. It's the base. The base. Oh. Oh, the base 1, base 2, base 3. I guess it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, this should be a much more interesting game for them, positionally.
Now, Rome, for some reason, actually got a 2-1 settle. That's on the last one. I don't know how that happened, but it looks like he did get a 2-1 settle. Maybe he moved or something.
Do you see everything? Okay, this is extremely weird. I see everything Manmiko is saying double for some reason in the chat.
Oh, weird.
This is
One of
the
those
weirdest
weird
glitch
bugs.
I've seen in a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked at your stream and you don't, so
yeah.
this is a weird glitch.
Well, let me actually quickly bounce around the map over here on the spawns. So we're just waiting for them to see that. Jack in the box, either that or you press B to settle, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so.
Actually, it would be interesting what the developers thought was the hotkey B. Because like this is a place since like Civ1, right? Like you press B to settle, but I don't know why. You know, it might as well be just a random hotkey, but still.
I think it's from build. You know, like in a lot of games, strategy games and builder games and so on, B is to build, and in some shooters also that have the build option. Well, a lot of them are actually using like Q or E to open up that menu. But yeah,
might be.
Maybe show other settles while we wait. Yeah, I was thinking to bounce around, but I guess we're gonna need to see what's going on. Let's see. Rome coming up with a 2-3-1 next to him, a fertile. And let me actually open this up, because we can open this up. It's not. We're not gonna have the icons for each of the resources, but at least we're gonna see what they are. We do have Rome actually with a pretty good city over here. South. He's gonna have a good land to settle. He does also have again Gorgo, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna just fight over here in between the chokes. Not gonna be that easy for either of them to push through. Gampology does have, I guess this time, some culture. That's gonna be nice from a coffee tile. It looks like he's also gonna have a lake to go for. What are these 2-1 tiles? These are fish. Oh, these are fish. So good harbor over there. We do have. On the east side, a much better TT. This by TT is much better than the last one. +4 campus over there on one of his best tiles, but at least he doesn't need to improve these tiles to actually make something work out of them. Let's actually take a look forward. We do have America coming up with a 2-1-1. He can actually move if he wants to. He could just settle in place otherwise to get his 2-2 base. And I do see he's also going to have a lot of land to develop. He also has England, Elizabeth I on the east side, which is one of his allies. So doesn't actually need to worry about the east at all. While I don't see him actually having an opponent to go against. You might think he does have somebody on the north, but no, that's actually Australia. And it looks like Australia this time is going to have 2 pastures, 3 pastures in total, 4 pastures in total. That's not that big, but I guess 4 extra production is better than no extra production. Oh wait, 5. He has one on the island, boys. He's going to need to swim those builders to get that improved. Also, let's see. Okay, I did notice that Elizabeth I does have a fish in the capital, 2-3 cocotiles over here to the northwest, and I do notice to the southeast is kind of meh land to establish in, unless he actually goes for something like a Temenaki, which I find it extremely unlikely. But maybe we'll see. We'll see what Damori wants to do. At least he's gonna have a fish over there to improve some crabs also to the southeast to get, and the cattle tile underneath to settle. But other than those tiles, he's not gonna have a lot of tiles to work after he hits the third population. Odd Hill D-Ray, hello there sir, and welcome, thank you so much for the follow. Let's actually see what's over here to the north. Okay, nobody. So what do we have over here? We do have England, right? We got England. Oh wait, we actually missed
It is
Milamber.
1v3 on the sea.
1v3? Wait, yeah, Damori versus Milamber. What is wait, what is it? Okay, Indonesia, TVMT. And is there anybody on the seas over here? No.
There's CivAus as well above.
Oh, I see. Island Cyrus over here. Oh, I see. Okay, 3 versus 1. Yeah, not a very big island, but I guess he can actually get a few settlers going. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where he's gonna stop. He's gonna need to expand in the other territory, and that's gonna be in the face of Australia. He does have to the southeast a much bigger island to go for, so I guess that's gonna be his choice. Jew 10-0, thank you. Actually, Jew 10-0. Thank you so much for the follow, sir. Welcome. Let me actually see what's going on.
To be honest, I think in his position he just goes for 4 cities and tries to roll them away as much as he can, but that's another story.
Yeah. Technical, no. What was the map? This is primordial, so it's not technical. If you're asking about Persia, he does have 2 other cities to settle before shipbuilding. Actually, in total, like 5 cities to settle over here. And wait, was there somebody else? No, Dido actually has a decent amount of land, so it's fine. I do have a bit of an update. It looks like Mamniku's PC Discord has bugged, and he's gonna restart it.
Yeah, stuff happens. Yeah, but other than this, I really think it's interesting because on most players you would say, oh, okay, he's 1v3, he can't do much. But we've seen Damori pull off some crazy stuff, right? Kind of excited for this position.
Yes, indeed, and especially since he doesn't need to worry about anything on the land over here. With America keeping his back, he's gonna have a decent amount of land to go for south and north. I do see a lot of settlers can be made here, even connection settlers, so he can get another city on the lakes. Not bad. Now, I do think also Dido is going to be quite powerful here, and Phoenicia and Milamber does have a pretty good island and a lot of jobs that could be used to increase his production capabilities. We're going to need to see how he's going to try to use them, and at what kind of stage of the game, at what time he's actually going to start finding out about Damori, when he's going to start fighting Damori and so on, which... well, it's gonna matter quite a bit. Indonesia seems very far away to actually get this going, to be honest. Like, he doesn't have any other target, but do you see Indonesia actually sending boats so far away?
Yeah, sure. I mean, first off, you can obviously just send over quadriums, but also, like, just assuming he has room to settle, it's not like he has to hit, like, turn 40, like late 40s chunks, right? He may as well just sim up to ironclads or stuff like this and just play cleanup, depending on how Damori Dido and CivAus. Because as team CivAus Australia, usually what you don't want is that CivAus and Dido both try to bonk into Damori and kind of trade 2 for 1 players, right? Because this is what sometimes ends up happening. 2 people try to kill 1, and all of them are kind of derailed from it, right? So this is why it's actually pretty good to have that person on the sea, which is quote-unquote free sim, so the others don't have to commit too hard. Because they will always know, okay, the third person can just sim up and play for cleanup. Because if you fight with ironclad armadas against caravels, it's not a fair fight, right?
Yeah, true. True. Now, those jongs are gonna supplement very well the tidal boats over here, and if they do get this attack going against Damori, Damori is gonna be in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna need to see, of course, the timings and how they're gonna want to get this going. We've seen actually a lot of the times when it's a 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1 situation, the players kind of underestimate their need to get the boats going and their opponent. How many times we've seen this happening, and unfortunately, because of their desynchronized timings against the one player, that one player managed to actually cut them off, right? He managed to stop what was going on, stop the wars, win the wars.
Well, to be fair, the amount of people who can pull stuff off like this is really very little. Like, to be completely fair, I've really only seen Damori do that consistently. Like, this guy really has an amazing 7th sense for like the 6th sense for what situation he's in and what he needs to do right now. It's really amazing. Like, this guy plays naval like no other.
True. I do see a question over here in the chat if Infinite can canal out. Yes, he can. Southeast over here, he can actually get the city next to the lake, between the lake and the inner seas, and build a canal. He can then put another city on the east side over here, either on the maze or on the on the 1-2 hill, and get his boats out. This will help him, but that's gonna be right in the face of Persia. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be an option later on in the game, and it does depend on how Persia is gonna play this, and of course if he actually gets a navy or not. Persia is much faster when it, well, I should say, should be much faster when it comes to getting out boats and reaching England. And we do need to see if he is gonna choose to go for the caravel timing, sitting on 3-4 cities, which is kind of the perfect way to get the caravel timing at the correct amount of turns. So we do need to see. IceLuc is also asking if we should relobby. I think so, but I think we need to let the turn roll over, so we do actually have this map. Second canal possibility in the next lay down as well. Here, yeah, he could get one here also. This is I guess much safer with the Gulf to the south.
Well, honestly, canals pretty much never happen. Like, there's either a one-tile choke which you can just settle, but people usually never build a canal. It just takes too long.
Yeah.
Like, unless really late game, and we're talking about destroyers and missile cruisers here.
Okay. Oh no, they didn't. Oh no. I really hope he actually has turn 1 save. I'm just gonna save this. I'm gonna wait for them to actually get. Okay, there we go. And let the turn roll over, so I actually get the save. I don't know if I got the save or not, but yeah. Let's save this. Save. Just this. Whatever. Exit to main menu, and I guess we're waiting for this. They are not in good ridges, I believe. Alexis Crump is saying. Also, let me actually see on the good ridges. Primordial. We should actually, if Alexis Crump, if you did see something, you should actually contact one of the referees to tell him this. Why can I not click on this? For some reason, oh my god. Anyway. Let's see. Primordial. Where are the maps? I need to give you the link. Or actually just open up the Steam profile and go through the Steam profile.
Yeah, I can do.
Oh, Primordial Standard Ridges. Yeah. Okay, I did see them. So we might actually have a remap because of this.
It's the Wong Witches?
Yeah. So Classic Ridges actually doesn't spawn any kind of volcanoes on the map, and the standard ridges does spawn all of the volcanoes. Is the normal map. The normal primordial.
I thought this is how it's supposed to be, no? Is it supposed to be standard?
Yeah, it's supposed to be standard, yeah. We didn't update this.
Okay. But like, if I'm not mistaken, like this is still kind of between the players, right? Like we are not supposed to interfere there. Like if they decide to play it out on this map setting, they are like the game is kind of like
the
this,
referees
right?
need to decide this.
Okay. I mean, obviously, who's gonna decide this? I'm just wondering if we are to inform referees as a caster.
Oh, nice. Yes. That's why I'm just waiting for referees to say something. I see Lut, Chrisman, and the kid is saying something. I just how to say relaying the information.
Would actually be a shame because honestly, at first glance, I feel like this could be a very interesting game. Like it's not necessarily very symmetric in power alignment, but I think both teams definitely have multiple angles of playing this game, which makes an interesting game.
Yeah, psychedelic boy, hello there, sir, and welcome. How do you do? I'm fine. I'm just trying to how to say wake up. Honestly, I'm trying to wake up and get to my normal energy. Sokabi, good day, sir. Good morning. Alexis, I mean, classical and primary are two different maps. Yes, they are two different maps. A lot more land to actually settle when it comes to the classic ridges, because you don't have the volcanoes. They just don't spawn. They don't turn into mountains. They just don't spawn at all.
Oh yeah. I think we can all agree on this, Alexis, but I just think we have an interesting map on our hands, so I want to see play it out. But that's obviously just me.
To be honest, I also like to see it play out. Just messaging referees. Okay, we got the referee talking to the teams.
By the way, I assume both Vicky's and Hojo has been banned on the picks here.
Both wikis, yes. They auto-banned Age of Steam, and then they banned immediately Age of Empire when they got to the normal ban phase.
What about Hojo? He got banned as well?
Hojo, I think he was also banned. 4th or 5th or something like that. Then like Norway got banned.
Yeah, exactly. Like these are on Portugal, I guess.
Yeah, and Portugal, yes.
Yeah, so they went full naval ban and pretty much left everything what's left. This is how it goes on these naval maps.
We still are waiting for Mamnico to join. I don't know why he has a problem with his PC.
Well, I don't know. I just read that they were talking about resetting the Wi-Fi, which makes me a bit suspicious, but that's not up to me.
He didn't specify what kind of problems he has with his PC. He's just saying PC problems, try restart again. So I have no idea what he's saying.
At some point, I think Infinite said he's restarting Wi-Fi, but maybe he was.
Oh, now he's trying his old PC.
So what else is going on? One game. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Mamnico.
Yep.
Tonight, HOH is gonna meet the Brazilians, by the way. Holiday on Highlands versus Enemy. They, the Brazilians did actually make a new team. Okay, so it looks like fresh lobby. Okay, so we got the remap. Ox Daniel also. Good morning, sir. One game, yeah. Well, that's a good question. Enough lobby simulator it is.
Yeah, I think we all agree that not that much fun, but technical difficulties happen. Cannot help that.
I just hope Niku, by the time we're actually finishing everything like this, we're gonna see this going. And a flying toilet asking who actually said something about the settings. I mean, you don't need to say, it's fine. Lol. I guess we're gonna have apology. Yeah, there we go. He did make the lobby. It's going in. Okay, there we go. Getting this going. Everybody's joining. It's fine. You know what I want to do? I want to actually really look back on the stream earlier. Let me actually see, not this one, to actually see what happened with the Roman spawn earlier. I'm very curious about that because I don't remember a 2-1, seeing a 2-1. So maybe I just overlooked it, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me see. This going in. Okay, this is the map. Wait, we didn't look at the Roman spawn? No, we did. Just give me a heads up if I need to restart or not. Just scrolling through the previous game. Oh, we still have Nico.
One Miko is missing.
Okay.
We'll let you know if he joins.
Was I seeing a different map than they did? Because I don't see the same spawn that Rome says he had, or at least the one in the picture. Anyway.
Actually, I have a couple of CMSs. As we are waiting anyway, I will just restart everything just in case.
Okay. You mean rejoin? Okay, there we go. Man, I didn't look at the Roman spawn. That's the only spawn that I didn't look at. Kick properly. Anyway, it is what it is. I hate the sun rotating in the background. Lobby sim just means more time watching Michael's screen. Indeed, when you play Civ, you'll finish hating the blue color. Kick. Wait, what sun rotating in the... Oh, you mean this one moving from left to right and yeah, right to left? It is what it is.
Wait. Oh no.
Oh, looks like they're trying to get a sub for him. Mamniku might not be able to play.
It's obviously unfortunate, but one has to do what she gotta do, right?
Yep. Yes, they do get the remap tokens back too, so we're gonna need to see. I understand it's new map with remap tokens added back, so one remap per each team. Now we just need them to go for this.
Oh, there was an referee judgment?
Yes. So okay. new map with remap tokens added back because they didn't actually get it from the beginning. So we're gonna get to see the map in its full splendor with all of those volcanoes. I gotta say, the map does actually give you a lot more challenges on the primordial map than on the other one, on the classic ridges one. Hello there, Monkey Wazaru. Good day, sir. Good day. I did try out yesterday. I don't know what you guys have as an opinion, but I did try out yesterday. Let me actually watch myself kick. The blue light behind me, like more blue light behind me rather than the normal one, and it looks like it's okay. Okay, not bad. Okay, I guess that's actually better than it was before. No, but anyway.
So much sunlight in your background.
Oh yeah, dude, it's
You're
during
not a gamer,
the day.
Man. You like honestly, gamer has to sit in the basement with no sunlight. Wouldn't you agree?
Sorry, with the sunlight, can you ask me again? The referees were asking me something.
I was just pointing out that sunlight is not very gamer adequate. Like you have to sit in the basement with no sunlight.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like for a lot of years, I was playing with as little light as possible. I was turning the shades on, and so on and so forth. But when my father helped me get this going, like a new room in another part of the house, which is kind of like the attic, but it got refurbished into actual living space. And this was when I'm sitting right here. It was a place. It's kind of a tower, a mini tower or something of the building with like 270 degrees windows all around it. So it's extreme light coming from everywhere. And at the beginning, I did have a bit of a problem getting used to it, but honestly, it's just much better. Like you have a much better. I don't know how to say it in English, but in you look at things with a much optimistic view, because you start getting like more vitamin D in your body and so on, and everything works a little bit better. It's the same with like you want to go outside and get some fresh air and so on and so forth. The only problem I have is the screens actually need to be turned up quite a bit, like in the brightness and light, so it can so I can view something. I have very big problems playing shooters during the day because I can't, like a lot of the times, especially like games like Escape from Tarkov, which kind of want to have very dark areas on the map, so you don't get to see there. I don't see anything in like half dark areas. You know? It's like I need to try to adapt to it as much as possible, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, during the day my normal schedule is doing as much work as I can on other stuff rather than streaming. This is one of the times I actually do stream during the day, but it's like the websites need updating, the graphics, my YouTube channel, the thumbnails, stuff like that. Maybe some Dota games which I can actually play, and I started putting some of them on YouTube, like stuff like that I can do during the day, while during the evening and I do get the other stuff going, like streaming and being here with you and so on.
Yeah, Civ Australia things.
Civ Australia things. Oh, look at that. Monsieur Kiber is joining. Okay. We got Kiber going, man. Commander's name. Hello there, sir. A wild Kiber appeared. Yeah, a wild Kiber appeared indeed. Okay, there we go. So we got the correct map settings over here. Spawn guaranteed on the strategics with world age new. Okay. It should be fine. It should be fine. Oh wait, do I have any 0ms? 1 second. No. Okay.
I'm always getting caught. It really annoys me that they don't update better balanced start.
Why?
Like it keeps saying that local version is different, right? Even though it's up to date. It's been like that for a couple of months, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't have that error. I don't know why. Maybe you should try like manually deleting it from the files and then restarting Steam and force the update.
No, the version is correct. Like it is 2.2.0, but it keeps saying it's a different version.
Oh,
like locally, it says it's like something else. I'm pretty sure it says the same for you. I just saw it on the screen. This is just an internal description of the mod, which is not updated.
Okay. Well, we do have. Oh my god.
It doesn't cause any issues or anything. It's just a bit annoying that the version says it's different.
I gotta say, I just noticed new wonders in Old Faithful over here. I don't think it matters that much, but let's see. Let me check if there's any stupid one. Mount Skylash is not good. Old Faithful is not good either. Vredefort Dome also not amazing. Also, these were fixed, right? These were fixed.
Well, yeah, I think on CPL Premier everyone is allowed now, other than Bermuda or something, right?
Yeah.
Because Bermuda is just inherently broken, like you can't really fix that. But
yeah. So and Dalol, okay. So I guess this game is gonna be played without that many good wonders. It is what it is. Yeah. I don't see.
Oh, okay. They are the volcanoes. I was about to say, is this really standard? But yeah, like the left side of the map doesn't have any volcanoes, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then it starts.
I mean, it's not that big of a changed, to be honest. But yeah, there are more volcanoes on the right side. Persia is gonna have a happy time over here between volcanoes. What can I say? At least he has a nice spawn next to him. Anyway, let's actually start up on the left side. We do have a tire over here. Milamber is gonna get 2 horses, a reef fish, 3-1 sheep tile, and some crocodiles to the south. By the looks of it, we do have him with quite a few cities to settle over here, south and northeast. Quite a few islands also to go and expand in. And I do want to see who was this. It was Australia. So he's gonna have an opponent to also go against from a beginning stage. This might be a bit of a problem for Dido. It's not well known that Dido makes a lot of science, while on the Canberra spawn I see a lot of very good campuses that can be settled even with some fish reef tiles. Oh my god, look at this one, 2 reefs and breathtaking appeal on that tile. This is gonna be an insane campus for him. He does have 4 of these pastures in the capital. I'm pretty sure infinite over here. Other than the amount of cities, he's not gonna be incentivized to want to change this.
Wow, but actually triple sheep and a horse. This is pretty nuts, honestly. As a cap, like the expanse, obviously not so good, but
okay. Yeah, the expands are kind of bad over here.
But like regarding early tempo, he has Dido next to him. Like, so the pasture production can make all the difference here. Yeah. Honestly, the other expand is not that bad. Like, it has a horse and a sheep as well. Pretty decent.
Yep. And again, a lot of breathtaking appeal everywhere. This is gonna help him out quite a bit. Let's talk on 12. Hello there. Bonsoir, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur. Chokela, does Australia have a technical here? No, he doesn't. He does get to settle 2 cities, one to the north and one to the south before shipbuilding. So no, he doesn't. Let's take a look at Rome. 2 base. He does have a builder coming out. Looks like Kiber is also gonna get a reef tile over there to the next to his capital, and I do see more in the other cities in the south and in the north. A pretty good land to expand into. Also some crocodiles for extra coal. The south is kind of bad though. This desert is not going to be a good one. Now we do have Washington also to the north. Looks like Toilet is gonna have quite a few mountains to get those campuses in with +3s, +3s. And by the looks of it, he is gonna have a no, that's actually his ally. Kiber is his ally. So okay, we're gonna have him try to sim over here unless he actually puts a city on the coast to try to get some shots against Indonesia. I wouldn't recommend it though, especially without the capital on the coast over here. It is going to be hard to get the production going for everything. We do have Indonesia coming up with freshwater settle next to the lake. It looks like he's going to have a 3-1-1 fish. Usually Indonesia does get the fish pension quite early because it does get that extra faith going. I do see 2-3 crocodiles, 3-2 bananas over here, and some extra amenities, jade tiles, not bad. Decent amount of coast also settle. I'm pretty sure he's going to settle this peninsula to the north and the cities on the west and in the southeast. Oh my god, these are pretty good expands. The cocos, the bananas, plus a 4 plus wait, that's a +6 campus. No, +5. Sorry, +5 campus. You do require another tile or maybe a harbor to actually get it bigger. Let's see, in the south we do have Damori coming up with Elizabeth I. He might actually get at some point in the game to trade with Rome over here to the west side, and he does have a decent amount of coast to settle west, some inland sea to settle to the north, and it looks like Damori is going to get his choice of simming here. Doesn't need to actually go against anybody on the seas. That also means we might not see coastal fights here, which yeah, it's kind of bad.
It's really just Dido against
the world, against Australia, right? It's maybe even Rome, maybe even Kiber can get some punches.
Yeah, Gorgo and Rome may join if they'd like to, but like,
yeah, I think it's Dido versus Australia. And oh my god, look at Australia's production. Infinite is gonna be very happy with this. What does this Desert Wonder do? Andrew, I'm asking us about Dalol. Just that. It's just that. 2 science, 2 production, 2 food, and 1 gold. That's it. It's nothing amazing, honestly. No remap left. They have remaps. They have been refunded their remap tokens, Barsaka. Monkey Wazaro, 4 patches in the capital, reef, fish, and +7 campus. Hard to get better, indeed. On Australia's spawn, this is awesome. We do need to see if they're gonna want to remap this, but honestly, I didn't see anything that would point me towards remap options. So they do have Dido far away from them. They can try to get Apology to actually get a coastal city, so he can try to send some trade routes, which I guess could be a pretty good option. We do need to see if Apology is going to want to go coastal here from an early stage, and if he is also going to want to fight on the seas. Greece should try to do something here, but needs to be careful to not be taken down by his opponent Infinite alongside Dido. It's very hard to actually get anything better than this on Australia.
Okay, I realized the BBS on. Do we have to wait for Wefui here once again?
I don't know. I guess they need to... they're gonna pause.
Also, if you have a look at the continents, that might actually be an issue for Civ Australia. Pretty much everyone is like, pretty much the whole left side of the map is moved.
Yeah. This is kind of a East versus West, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's unfair because Civ Australia only has 1 continent while TVMT has 3.
True. Now the big question is, will they want to? Is that a strong enough reason to remap?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think they necessarily need to.
Oh,
but
they want to remap. They want to remap. Okay. Well, I do have to mention, I think Civ Australia was in a much better position this map than it was than TVMT. Especially with their option to take out Milamber over here from a relative early stage. 4 versus 3 situation is hard to get out of. But we've seen yesterday that Gold by Library did manage to pull it off. So yeah, it is what it is.
But positionally, I would agree. But as being said, like all 4 of them are on continent, which means horrible luxes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
this often enough, this alone is reason enough to remap. Also, I'm honestly not too sure about taking out Milamber here easily, because Australia obviously does have usually mean carol timing, but Bireams with all the support bonuses stacked are so strong. Like you can't really just slam through them, even though if you have carols against Bireams. The Bireams usually still kind of hold.
Well, Victor 3 incoming. It is what it is. Now we got the new map loading in, and yes, there is still a remap token available for TVMT. We do need to see how the new map will generate, and I'm gonna quickly bounce around the map to see actually if we do have some weird wonders. I hope not. Okay, Salarde Uniuni. This is just some extra production gold, and again, not very good. It's fine. Unless there's Bermuda in, I don't see a problem. Delicate Arch also kind of bad, but Delicate Arch was there anyway. What do we have? It really need to be okay. Mount Vesuvius, Chocolate Hills. That's it?
There's a Tsingy in the Tundra.
Oh, and there's a Tsingy in the Tundra. Okay, that's it. That's 4. Oh, yeah, that's 4. It's fine. I don't think we have a 5th one. Oh, okay. It is what it is. Let's take a look. Island spawn for anybody? Island spawn for anybody? No. Maybe here. Oh, there is Gorgo.
Gorgo's horrible.
I mean, well, yeah, it is what it is. He did go for the Ivory Settle, so he's gonna have a 2-1, and it looks like, well, he doesn't have any city to place in the north. He does have 2 more cities to place in the south, so not technical. Wait, he spawned here, right? Yeah, it wouldn't have been a technical either way. Okay, wait, what? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, not a technical. Bonjour les deal. Comment ça va? Tsingy is there? Yes, Tsingy is there, and they're gonna need to protect it with all their might and power. Let's see on the west side here. We do have a Toilet American with the possibility to go for his cotton settle. He's gonna just settle in place and get a 2-2 base in between. We do have him with multiple cities that he can settle with freshwater left, north, and south. A pretty good +5 campus to the north, but that's gonna be between 3 volcanoes, and that's gonna be dangerous. And we do have also that wonder over here to the east side, not amazingly well, but it is what it is. A lot of gold can be generated with the crocodiles in the south, and the big question is, will he actually want to settle coastal? We do have him with an ally to the southeast, that's Damori, and by the looks of it, the city of London is with a 2-2 base with a +3 harbor, and I do see crocodiles over here to the west side that could be settled on. He does have also a decent amount of coast to go for. Southeast, northeast, and east are all gonna be good settles. Oh my god, look at this cattle settle over there. Extra food, bananas, gold from the truffles. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good second settles here. He does need to be careful if he settles that cattle. Unfortunately, he can't get a settle in the south. So I'm thinking maybe he's gonna want the hills other than that cattle settle. We do have also Rome. Kiber is gonna be the 3rd one from Civ Australia. Oh my god, they did it again, and Australia is very far away in a corner, by the way. So everybody from Civ Australia east side, and then it's Infinite. Actually, wait, everybody is west side, and then Infinite very far away east side, but it is kind of a east versus west again, with a very clumped up position from TVMT, I gotta say. They're very close to each other. Dido Inland Sea, looks like he's gonna get a decent amount of settles over here. Doesn't need to worry about Rome that much, and by the looks of it, he's gonna get to sim quite a bit here, get that goal for his teammates. We're not gonna see coastal warfare, it doesn't look like. Oh, Indonesia, wait, Indonesia, we do have Indonesia here that will get some boats out, and by the looks of it, he does have 2-2 base with multiple other 2-2s, and I do see he's gonna get some extra cities over here. East side doesn't look like it's gonna be that good. The thing is, God of the Sea is gonna make this land a little bit better with the extra production on the fish tiles, and I do see he has some whales on the coast. I also see this time they are on the one continent, by the way. Oh my god, this is one continent for them? Yeah, one continent for them. So we might actually see another remap because of this one continent. Gorgo fighting Australia, not good, not good.
Not only the continent, like their position is generally very bad.
This map wraps around. Yes, it does map around. Also, Kenzie Lol mentioning Auckland. Is there Auckland in the game? Did you see it? Yes, there is Auckland in the game over here to the south of Rome. Yes, indeed. Damodar, how are you doing, sir? With much pleasure. Big man. Yeah, we'll get this going. Hopefully, I'm actually gonna wake up and not feel the lack of energy. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I felt so sorry when this game wasn't actually casted by anybody, and it is what it is.
It was assigned though to a French caster. I don't know, right?
Yeah, mind blow. I don't know where he was, but we pinged him, I messaged him, and he didn't show up. So I just said, okay, he's not getting here in 3 minutes. Let's go AI first, and then you showed up, and I was like, woohoo, we got second one. Woohoo.
Yeah, like I mean, generally speaking, I would be extremely surprised if TVMT doesn't remap this. Like, this is at best a 2 out of 10, maybe even worse.
Yeah. Well, on Canberra, we do have 3 of these pastures over here, one to the south, to the east, and that's it. He doesn't have any other pastures than this. Definitely a lot better spawn last time, but you know, it is what it is. We do have him with a decent amount of coastal settles to the north, and looking at his appeal, I guess rice tile would be good on the west side with a reef fish next to him. It's pretty good. On the east side, he does have some. He does have. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, but those are also settable locations. But anyway, another remapping coming. We already have calls out from Eric Hoffen. Must be giga early for you. I mean, it's not that early as in normal day-to-day stuff, but it is kind of early for me in particular. I might need at some point, like in an hour or so, to actually go down to help my neighbors. Turn on the water for sprinklers and so on, because they want to do some stuff over there. So I need to open the garage with a key. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The Damori or naval map always looks promising. Yes, and look at that, a free builder for Infinite. Man, oh man, now I'm pretty sure he's kind of like, man, why did I go builder instead of a scout over here or a monument? A monument would have been much better. But anyway, he's gonna get a lot of improvements here quite fast. We do have the 3-3 horses already improved. Stone tile gonna get improved. Cattle tiles on the east. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna get his reef fish. Getting the extra food in from an early stage is pretty good. Australia also gets extra housing from being next to the coast, so all in all, it's gonna be nice for him to have extra food generated. We do have settlers also coming out from a toilet on the west side of the map over here. He's gonna have a lot of land, significantly more land, for example, than Rome does benefit from. Indonesia will need to get some settlers on the islands also if he actually wants to properly expand his empire. To the west side, all of the other land is blocked by mountains, and we do have him scouting with a builder over here on the east to see what's up, what's going on. A lot of how to say coastal resources, a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coastal, 11, 12, 13 coastal resources over here. Not bad. Okay, it's remap.
There you go, there we map. No surprise.
Like, yeah, let's get this faster.
They don't even wait until 10:10.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
already
like,
realized
okay,
we don't want to have.
We know. Why
Yeah,
does Australia stop get culture bomb when gold doesn't? Wait, I don't understand the question. You mean why does Australia get the culture bomb while gold doesn't, or why wasn't it stopped to get the culture bomb? Well, yes, Australia does get some extra production from some of these patches, but you don't get as often as you get the mines to improve on the gold. So gold didn't need to spend almost any kind of gold on his resources, and he would have gotten also the culture from those mines and so on. It made the galley gameplay have a very good tempo. Now, I'm not sure I agree with it, because to be honest, we don't see gold anymore at all. Like the players, when that change happened, just don't like goal anymore. What's your opinion of this, Justice?
Well, you can obviously make arguments both ways, and you can believe whatever you want, but I think in the end it just comes down to the fact that Gaul was permanently pick up ban and just very obnoxious, so people just called for nerfing him somehow, while Australia isn't.
Yeah. True. I gotta say that, but I think they should have found
that's a technical.
Where's the technical? Who got the technical?
Persia is completely mountain surrounded. You cannot find a single city.
Wait, really? Oh my god. Where is it?
It's close to the tundra and a bit to the left. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you are right now, just up on the continent.
Oh, in the north. Oh.
Yeah, in the north, yeah.
Get
this is what I mean
tunnels,
with
bro.
up there is, yeah. Like, this is what the heck? Like, this is a full vanilla spawn.
Oh my god, man.
Full vanilla spawn. Okay, he's already seeing it as well. It's insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Persia's safe.
He's safe. Man, 200 turns later, he's gonna go to space. Wait, he can't even go to space. He doesn't have a flat tile. Kick. Just wait for that Diplo, boys. Just wait for that Diplo. He's gonna get it. A YD map, he has 2 bananas, yeah.
Yeah, God spawner, double banana. Easy +5. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I sent to referees and yeah, he's confirming the remap. Tsingy.
Yeah, well, like stuff like this happens when generating maps. This is why we use BBS, boys.
I mean, don't blame everything on BBS, man, because people are actually gonna, you know, follow this.
Oh no, I do believe primordial standard witches is actually vanilla generation, right? Like, there's no real BBS script for this map.
Yeah, I don't know if there is or there isn't, but yeah.
I mean,
I hope
there's some. I do believe the only thing BBS does is like give you some guaranteed yields on the spawn, but they don't change the map. Yeah, and the city placement, so like the spawn distances. But other than this,
I think it change the tiles around. Like I know there was a how to say that algorithm that created the food and production on I think it was on a, like the last time I did it, I'm not sure about it. I think there is a pretty well documented thing that 57 fan did, like a document. You can just read it out over there. I know it created an average of all of the spawns in the game and then added or removed on the weaker ones or on the higher ones the necessary food and production. So it basically just tries to get everything.
Oh yeah, it's obviously about balancing, and if this was misunderstandable, I'm by no means blaming or anything, but if you get stuff like this, you may as well have a bit of fun about it, right?
I know,
like
but
this is nothing mean, right?
I know what you mean, but a lot of the times, unfortunately, some players, some viewers, or some players, when they see this or hear this, they might actually take this without a grain of salt and without actually understanding that it's a little bit of fun, like just casual fun, and they're just gonna spread it around with other opinions. You know how that how to say there's I don't know how it's called in English, but we have a telephone for a feed, like basically like wireless phone it was called back in the day. When you have 10 people and you send an information, you try to send an information from the first one to the last one through each and every one, but in whispers. You know, you just you know,
I think that's called guarding phone in English.
Okay, so that's like insane. You never get the same message from one side to the other. You know?
Yeah, I totally do agree, but I mean, to be fair, in the end, like, obviously there will always be people who understand whatever they want. So yes, of course, I guess, you have to take care of what you say, and but like I think in this regard, like, if people wanna hate on BBS or whatever mod team, they will do. Like, I can't really help that. So.
Yeah, true. Okay, there we go. We got actually quite a few people telling us they have the same game, but it's called quite differently in other countries. Téléphone arabe en français, Chinese whispers in UK, translated to IG thing. Oh, okay, I don't know what that is, but yeah, there we go. With a pinch of salt. Okay, with a pinch of salt, not a grain of salt. Okay, thank you. That's, I guess, the correct translation. Go look at Damori opening production. I think actually everybody with this kind of a spawn will get this kind of a spawn. So I think there's gonna be good spawns this game. Both of them used the remap token. We did have a remap actually. So now in the prediction, it's two remaps. We had 2 remaps. So somebody, or actually nobody got the points. Wait, nobody got a point?
So
No.
finally, this is the map, right? No more excuses.
Yeah, this is the map. They need to fight on this map. Let's see. Infinite does have. Whoa, wait, no pastures? Kick. No pastures. Then this you say about gold getting the how to say those culture bombs, but look at this. Like Infinite does have a horse on in the 3rd ring. No more cattle, no more other horses, no sheep tiles next to him. It's yeah. It's not the best thing that he could have. At least in the northern city, he's gonna have more horses and sheep tiles, and I do see he's getting the stone tiles over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to improve. Now he's gonna get a decent amount of land to also settle to the southwest. I see he does benefit from iron in the 2nd city and horses in the 3rd. No, sorry, the 2nd ring, and horses in the 3rd ring. We do have him with a decent amount of fresh water. His appeal looks okay-ish, but oh my god, the game is just trolling him. That breathtaking tile is next to a reef. Kick W on the horse. It is
Well,
what it is.
he does have a +5 on the right side.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Also, if he wants to, the sheep in the north could also be a +5, but kind of want to have the pasture as well. But
yeah, I don't know, man. You gotta make sacrifices over here. It's always Australia that needs to make sacrifices. What can I say? Let's see, in the southeast we do have Gorgo next to the coast. Looks like his capital can put a harbor right next to him on the lake and then get a connection city to the west. I'm very curious if Apology is actually gonna go coastal here. He's gonna get to defend himself until battleships, and when Australia is gonna get to battleships, when that's gonna be game over for the capital city of Sparta, unless he gets some artilleries and so on. We do have Apology starting to see his territory. We do have him also with a shield tile, benefiting him with a bit of extra culture there. I do see he has horses on the east, 3 fish to improve here to the north, and the scout pumping out in 1 turn, pumped out in 1 turn. Unfortunately, his land to the south is full of marsh water or floodable terrain, which I gotta say, this kind of looks like a pretty good Temenanki / Liang and Lady of the Reeds, but I wouldn't hold my breath to see that happening over here. Anyway, we do need to see how he's gonna plan out his initial series. But honestly, I think Apology is gonna have a hard time actually getting his exact wants on this map. He does have horses next to his capital, 2nd ring, iron tile, 3rd ring, and I do see he can keep on expanding to the east side where there is IceLuc, Indonesia. At least that's good for them. They can actually set up coastal trade routes in the south over here, and of course we're gonna need to see if they're gonna generate the gold for the remainder of the game and their allies. In the north there is also CivAus Rome, which I do see he benefits from 3-2 bananas, a 1-3 tile over there, other 2-2s in the 2nd rings, with horses in the southwest as a strategic resources, and iron as a strategic resource, and iron in the 3rd ring. Now we do have him with not bad settles to the northeast, a very good harbor, by the way, +6 harbor is going to be available for him. And again, the biggest question will be if he wants to dedicate to the coast. I think he should actually, especially on this kind of maps. You can't really stay away from the coast, and a few more caravels added in a naval warfare might make the difference between your team winning or losing that naval warfare. I guess yes, sorry.
I was just looking at Australia Builder, like he was standing on the grassland tile expecting the horse to spawn there, but
Nope.
it's a nitro tile.
Not what he wanted.
It's so sad, really. But yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, not what he wanted. At least he saw that one in the south, I guess. Yeah, he did. He did. Okay. It looks like this is a north versus south map. I just opened up the lens for Team Australia, and it looks like, yeah, all of them are in the northern hemisphere, and then southern hemisphere is gonna be TVMT. So north versus south is gonna be looking like. On toilet, we do have him actually with a possibility to go against Indonesia. This is gonna hurt Indonesia quite a bit. We've gotta see if he's gonna manage to keep away these Toiletian American units from his borders. I do see he benefits from 3-2 bananas and actually an exploding volcano to the south. Okay, I do see pretty good settles to the west, to the south. One of them could actually be set up over here on the west side quite early on, so he can start trading with Rome. And I do notice he's going to be discovered by Persia. Persia might take away all of the American attention over here with actually we might have some land warfare. Okay, they met. Persia and America met over here. So Pipo is gonna have the honor of fighting the triple-starred toilet over here to the northwest. Wait, this must be a... Wait, guys. I know in a lot of... I would say movies, there's a lot of talk about the Japanese toilets being the biggest high-tech toilets. This is a triple-star toilet coming from Australia. So, I don't know, man. This is gonna be something we need to see, how advanced this toilet is versus people. And if people
flying as well.
Yeah, and flying. Yeah, exactly. It has boosters over there underneath the toilet. You can get to fly around the world with it. Now, Pipo is gonna need to master this. We're gonna need to see if he's gonna be able to do it. Washington that benefit from horses. Iron in the third ring. Did I say that? Well, I did just repeat that. Anyway, now we do have Persia coming up here with a Mashad 2-2 base, 3-1-1 fish style. He does have horses in the second ring. Turn for a settler coming up from that city center, and by the looks of it, he's gonna have quite a few horses actually to improve to the southwest. We do have him with some floodable terrain, but it's definitely not on the same level as Gorgo has a floodable terrain here.
I just want to quickly point out that Indo decided to go for religious settlements instead of God of the Sea. Just
well, to be honest, it's
he doesn't have much, so I tend to agree with that. It's dynamic in the game.
Yeah. Well, good thing is he does have a decent amount of space to settle. We're going to need to see how he's going to actually try to use this space. Don't fully agree with everything here, honestly. Like some cities are gonna be very awkward to place and use. Like if he settles the May styles over here, he's gonna cut himself off from Ikil Western settle on the 2-2. He's either gonna need to go on forward to the lake or put a city in an awkward position directly in the face of toilet. So yeah, we might see IceLuc actually just give up on thinking coastal technologies like caravels and so on, and just go full warfare, land warfare, to keep up with America's technology. Because look at that, America is just forward settling him. But anyway, let's finish the spawns, and we're gonna talk in detail about their options here. We do have Guardian also forward settling America. A much better, of course, matchup between Persia and America here. There is another settle that he could place next to those bananas on the lake tile on the west side. He did notice that's a dead end, and he's going to come back with the scout. We do have that settle coming up in 4 turns. Does benefit from horses in the second ring, iron in the second ring, so both strategics are going to be easy to acquire. And I do see this time actually, he's going to have 1 continent, 2 continents, Gorgo, 2 continents. Do we have any other? A third continent maybe for somebody? No. Dido maybe? No, that's actually... So 2 continents on one team and 1, 2, 3 continents on the other team. It is what it is. They have 1 more continent worth of amenities. Milamber is gonna have the eastern side, and he is again gonna be needing to fight Australia. We're gonna need to see if Dido Power over here is gonna match the Australian production, and of course timings. The good thing is there's quite a bit of distance between them. It's kind of good actually for Australia on this side, but on some other sense, maybe Phoenicia is going to have enough time to get his own caravels going by the time those caravels from Australia get to him. He does have a 131 amber tile here in the southeast. I do see a 3-2 banana for the extra food and some reef fish to improve in the south. This actually is going to be a much better God of the Sea if he's going to get that Pantheon, but I gotta say it's kind of late on it, so we're going to need to see him plug in God King card to get the extra faith, and it's going to take a while until he actually gets the Pantheon choice. Gorgo got bought a settler. Whoa, he got bought a settler. Yeah, there we go.
I don't got a faith that.
And he's putting it to coastal. Okay, so and he's making a connection. He's dedicating to the seas here. This is I like this. I gotta say I like this. The fact that he's realizing that he's going to need to help out on the seas. I don't think Rome is going to dedicate to the western side. Honestly, it looks like he's going inland. Mycenae, I don't know if I agree with this, but I guess there was no other choice of Gorgo because he does want his Acropolis next to the capital. And there we go, Etemenanki. We will need to expect also, I'm pretty sure we're going to need to expect over here him to get Liang and at the same time get Lady of the Reeds and Marshes. This is going to be awesome. This is one of those times. We do have him with actually quite a few very good campuses to place in Mycenae as well. But unfortunately, he's going to need to buy out quite a few of these tiles in the second ring to get the production going. Did we miss somebody? I think we missed London, right? Damori coming up here. Oh, he's also going to be on the same coast as Dido. So it's a 2 versus 2 situation on the seas. On the eastern side of the map over here, we do have Damori with tobacco settle. Ooh.
Actually pretty surprised that Damori decided to settle his first expand inland.
Yeah.
Sometimes comes back to bite you, because you cannot produce the galleys there, but guess the guy knows what he's doing. Also Dido got God of the Sea, as he got a 10 faith out.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's pretty good. Thank you for the info over there. Plus for also campus over there to the north of Byblos. He does benefit from iron and no horsey. No horsey. No horsey whatsoever, actually. But anyway, the God of the Sea is going to make this land quite a bit better with the extra production you get on the coastal resources. He doesn't have a lot of them, though. Oh, look, there's a horsey. It's on an island. How did these horses evolve on a tiny island? I never understood this. How does this happen? But anyway, I guess... There was a question from Firaxis Twitter asking us what did we learn playing Civilization, and this is definitely something that we learned during Civilization. Somehow horses or resources or something like animals evolve on little tiny islands. Anyway, just to put it out there, a lot of the tiny islands have actually been formed, the split off from the original Pangea that we were back in the day, and then floods come in and a lot more water got settled, and the continents did start to spread apart from each other and so on and so forth. There's actually a lot of documentaries on this, so if you guys want to check those out, check those out. They got on island when sea level was low. Yes, Akalimon. Yes, Akalimon. Yes, indeed. But again, I was just referring to the game, just, you know, at some point just gives you that impression. Sea levels ice and cut them off. Yes, they just evolved from seahorses. I like the idea. Oh, look, Alexis Kremp actually just says what I like over there. I'm gonna put that in. They just evolved from seahorses. Yes, exactly. You see, that's what it happened. They didn't need to use fins anymore, so they got hoofs, and they didn't need to use tails anymore, so they got hair. It is what it is.
Yeah, but you forget about the unicorns in the story, so this must be wrong.
Where are the unicorns? That's it. Maybe the seahorses actually had initially some like, you know, those horns over there, but for some reason they didn't want to poke each other. They didn't have another animal to poke at, so they just you know, let them out. It is what it is. I learned that building cities on endless uranium deposit is apparently fully fine. Yes. Yes, exactly. And yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, on title we do have on title on Elizabeth I on Damori we do have God of War and Plunder, and it looks like he's gonna get some builders out to improve his coastal resources. He's gonna get from the Pantheon 1 extra point of animals whenever he's gonna put his harbors down. I do see he benefits from horses in the second ring in the south, and iron over there on the east side. Now we do have to the north of Sheffield also another city to place. Actually, he has a decent amount of cities to place over here, but like you said, this is going to be a bit of an issue using the city of Sheffield, for example, to get boats out. Yeah, I guess he's just gonna give up on building boats there. He's just gonna get a harbor and make use of it. That's it. Use the extra tempo from the beginning, from having the city settled faster than later, and that's it. Co-caster name on the screen. Yes, thank you for reminding me. And I do need to put the team labels also. Co-caster Justice.
Yeah. I also want to mention that Infinite decided to go for Open Sky despite having only 2 pages. Well, he could have a decent stone cycles argument. Maybe we can ask him about it later on.
Man, he's an optimist. I'm pretty sure he's thinking that I need to get more. I have to get more. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get more. So yeah. There we go. Good morning, Bex. Bom dia, bom dia. I have no idea how to say good morning in Portuguese. I'm sorry.
To forge on the 3-star toilet.
Oh.
So I think this will actually be interesting dynamic, because Toilet will try to bob into Indo, while CivAus will try to bob into Toilet. So they will kind of keep chasing each other.
Why? Wait. Oh, I see. I was wondering where is Pipo's third settler, but it looks like he went back settle, and he's already making the road towards Gordian. I see a double expanse over here to the south from America, and yeah, like you said, God of the Forge over here. IceLuc is in a little bit of trouble, actually a bit more than a little bit of trouble. He's trying to pop out the fourth settler from Mashapahit. That's gonna be dangerous. He's not gonna use that production capabilities of the capital city to get an encampment going, or try to get some more units out or something that would help him withstand the American aggression. We already see Teddy Roosevelt getting his bronze working, or did he actually just switch to bronze working? Let's see if he's putting down an encampment. Yeah, there we go. Encampment put down from Washington, so he just got bronze working, and Pipo knows about this. He might actually. Oh wait. People might actually double slam the slinger and keep the encampment from building. He needs to actually.
Oh wait, people opening up with currency.
Yeah, they want to go. How to say? He wants to go more traders, probably. I've seen this happen, but
yeah, but he's kind of selling IceLuc with that, like a peep.
Whoa,
like that.
Whoa.
I don't know if this is the right play, but remains to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with it. I totally get your point. I don't agree with it. As in, I don't agree with what he's doing. I would definitely like to see him go encampments over there and just full on go into America. Try to keep America from fully taking down Indonesia. But I do have to also point out, I think they are trying to not derail themselves too early. So that might be something that they're thinking of. Maybe they actually.
Yes, but the Immortals are probably the strongest classical unit right now, so it's kind of a waste to try to scale. Well, actually, the longer you wait, the stronger Rough Rider gets.
Yes, I agree.
So I kind of disagree with what they do, but we will see how it plays out.
Oh, look at that. Heineck Davis also telling us in Utah there is an island in the middle of the Great Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake City, Great Salt Lake, that's had a herd of buffalo. Wait, had a herd of what happened to the herd of buffalo?
I think they are just living on the island.
Well, he said had, not has. So I don't know. Maybe they got moved. Did they get relocated? Has. Okay, has. Never mind. Okay, got it. Good. We do have builders coming out from Kiber. Looks like he is gonna get his boats out to see what's around him, and to the south he's gonna find out pretty quickly about Apology. He does have actually a warrior there next to the city of Argos. Mycenaean 10 turns out from getting a Temenaki with it. Liang establishing soon. That's gonna be, I guess, a little bit late for Apology to get his culture going. Good thing is he does have some silk tiles, and I'm pretty sure he built some monuments from Athens and Argos to get back. A very good tempo boost for him getting the settler bot, and by the looks of it they are pumping out galleys so he can withstand Kiber from the north. We got Australia with the reef fish bot to the northwest. It looks like he did, like you said, got open sky over here, and he's getting the extra culture from these sheep tiles and the horse tiles. Didn't actually buy the one in the south of Canberra, even though it would have been quite a powerful one over there. I'm actually surprised he bought the reef fish over the horses. I don't know why, but I'm surprised about this. But anyway, we got Geelong coming up with a 3-1 base. It looks like he's getting some 2-2s there. He does need to switch some tiles from Canberra or buy these tiles to the south, so he has something to work for more extra production. And I do see he's going for the 4th and the 5th settlers from Canberra and Sydney. He does have a decent amount of coast to settle on the east side. He's going to need to actually make a connection city at some point over here, so he gets his boat reinforced faster on the west. And I don't think anybody actually found out about Phoenicia yet. Damori is starting to scout the coast to the south, and we will see Phoenicia being discovered at some point. We do have the coastlands already put down from Milamber, and I do see he's still on 3 cities, probably gonna finish the coastlands. And this is a big question, how he's gonna play Phoenicia. Most of the time, we do see the Phoenician leaders go for Government Plaza, and then go for Ancestral Hall, sitting on 3 cities while not getting his 4th and 5th city out in the meantime from the other ones, because they want to build the lighthouses pretty early, so there's just not enough time to get everything done, which does usually translate into a later timing for Dido for everything else. If it is allowed to develop, and later on in the game it will definitely be very strong, but at the beginning of the game it has like a slower curve of actually getting his stats up and getting his production up and everything. We do have Mimi actually here with 7 and 11, and I still didn't actually ask him, and I'm sorry about this, if we are allowed to call him Mimi or not. That's a big question. Hey, look at this. Actually, Persia's warrior couldn't manage to deal the damage against the slinger. Toilet managed to cut him off. Interesting. How did this happen? I thought he's gonna like last move slam and then first move slam, but then yeah, it didn't happen. It is what it is. Oh well.
This warrior also killed Scout earlier when the volcano blew off, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That affection going on. So the warrior was already pretty hurt.
Okay.
I don't know if he could have do it.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I checked the numbers and he could, but anyway, whatever. Now it happened, so you know we gotta move forward. Also, Dido is connected to Australia on the sea. Yes, it is. Escaper, hello there, sir. Also, Lostra Eternal, bonsoir, monsieur. Bienvenue, or I should say bonjour, monsieur. Hey, can you do a quick Pantheon check, please? Yeah, let's go left. Australia, open sky. We do have Gorgo on Lady of the Region Marshes. He's starting to get all of that nice and juicy production, and Temenaki pumping out in 7. Rome is fertility rights. He got his free builder. He's gonna get the extra food going from some of his resources. Look at the wheat tile over here on the west. We do have religious settlements coming up for Indonesia. God of the Forge for America. Looks like God of War and Plunder for Damori on Elizabeth I. City Patron Goddess on Pipo, and he's starting to put out commercials from everywhere. A big question is he going bronze? He's not. He's actually going sailing kick. We do have Dido on the God of the Sea, and that's about it. 8 pantheons, 8 civilizations. As you can see, the coastal resources are starting to get those extra production points going. Mimi does have multiple builders just running around and swimming and having a party of a time here. Teddy RR next to Indo is ideal for Civ Australia. Yeah. It is ideal. It's gonna be a hard game for IceLuc, and we're going to need to see if he's gonna, well, put a little bit of ice in toilet so he blocks him. We'll see. You can't really flush a toilet if you have ice in it, right?
I also want to point out that IceLuc is kind of skipping the encampment and goes straight for horseback to make sure that he has the city strength, which I kind of like when he went for the 4th city opening here.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take Rough Rider Toilet to actually get 6 turns for that horseback riding. We're 10:25 actually, and it looks like some of the players did go over the last score necessary for a golden age. We do have Damori 25, looks like Apology 22, Pipo still need some, IceLuc 25, and Milamber on 30. They actually overshot it quite a bit. Now let's take a look at the city states. What do we have here? Cardiff with Brussels, industrial city states, Lavenda, Candy, Vatican City, Armagh, and Cinguetti. 5 cities for the faith generation, when we're probably not gonna see holy sites. We do have Geneva and Taruga coming up for the science. Looks like Hansa is gonna be the only one for gold generation, and Gazargamo with Granada will be providing the military bonuses. Wait, there's no culture city state in the game. Okay, no culture city state. Well, it is what it is.
Both science CS probably will stay pocket for the longest time, so 1 each.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Oh, Geneva north of Damori, and where did you see the second one?
Taruga is close to
I
Indo,
close to
in
Indo.
between mountains.
Yeah. Palembang does look like a very weak city, I gotta say.
They scouted? No, they did.
Sorry?
I was just checking if Civ Australia scouted Taruga for some miracle, but they did not. So it's gonna be 1 pocket each, yeah.
Yes, Damori, no, Damori? Indo, well, we'll find out fully that he has an inner sea. Apology does have a warrior moving and scouting to the southwest, and yes, they do want to break the fog of war between them. I think this is yeah, this is happening right now, so they can send some traders over here. He's trying to figure out exactly how the land is connected to the south, or not connected to the south. Rome is gonna be on 3 cities. He's getting Pingala in the city of in the capital city, getting also Gavron Plaza next to 2 harbors, and I do see harbors being pumped out, but much slower, of course, than Dido, because they're not half cost. This production, by the way, on the is gonna be amazing on Gorgo. Oh, Greener is coming off from Argos. Oh no! When harbors, man. When harbors on Apology. Oh, he's going. Astrology coming up in 1. State Workforce coming up in 2. I do see Kiber already getting Political Philosophy just as Infinite. There is a lot of culture coming up on Civ Australia. 13, 14, 12, and 10 on their side. That's quite big. I gotta say, that's quite big. 4 cities Australia with more builders coming out. Governor Plaza from Canberra. 5th settler also going to the south, and it looks like he's gonna settle probably on the corner over there, so he still leaves open the tile for his campus next to, well, I guess he could settle it just in place just as well. It's fine. He has the wheat tile to work if he actually wants a campus. It's fine. Also Magnus internals. Let's see, Gorgo, Liang starter, so not that. Pingala started over here. Moksha following up. Gal is coming out from Ravenna. Interesting choice to go for Pingala here. We might actually see Rome suffer a little bit in the production screen. At the moment, he's not. He's still on 38. He does have 4 cities out already and placed, so he's a bit ahead when it comes to that. That's usually how Rome goes. But we're going to need to see later on in the game, in like 10-15 turns, what's going to change here.
Well, he probably just plans to trade to Infinite on the sea. This is why he doesn't want Magnus setup. And as it's Rome, he doesn't want to go for Moksha. Bengala makes the most sense.
Well, looks like Australia did set up Newcastle on the east side, but wait, Australia does have Magnus, so he just the one gonna trade to Australia, not from Australia back to him? I guess so. I guess it is what it is. He's gonna be.
I mean, there's quite a lot of jobs and capital. This doesn't necessarily mean that he wants to go for internals here. You may as well just put Magnus 1 just for the jobs, yeah.
Oh, for the stone chops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the forest. Actually, 8 with the forest. Yeah, I guess so. I don't see any other governor, so I would assume he did go for a Magnus second. Let's see on Persia.
That's a good point. Yeah, I would definitely disagree with that, but I guess it's, Infinite does some things different than me.
I can tell you guys, Apology is sweating for that Temenanki. Yeah, probably. But then when he's gonna finish it, he's gonna be so happy. Like this will change his game considerably. Getting the extra science points, production points on these march tiles, which were useless for him, he's gonna get so much out of this. And of course, when you couple that with Acropolises that should come out soon, he's gonna discover them soon, and we're gonna see him build them quite fast over here. He's gonna get a lot of culture with a decent amount of size. How many tiles does he have actually with floodable terrain? And march 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26 kick. 26 production just from Temenanki, boys, and not to mention 26 science. This is gonna be good.
By the way, like Liang can double dip into the volcano tiles as well in Mekane.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice to have as well.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Haaland was asking us about the strategics. I think everybody in the game actually has good enough strategics, as in they do benefit from both parts of horses and at the same time iron available for them. Looking at the army tab over here, it looks like Apology and IceLuc are already starting to get horses acquired, while on the other side everybody from CivAus Australia is making horses. It's gonna be IceLuc getting the first horse out, and by the looks of it, America is prepared with quite a few archers and some warriors. Looks like also the Rough Rider is gonna get horseback riding next turn with political philosophy, while IceLuc is still attacking the American unit, so he keeps him on his toes. I don't actually see him doing that much damage. I think he actually killed the warrior. I think that actually happened, because it should have been either a low HP warrior or at least a promotion, but that's not what I see. Oh my, look at that. He's so aggressive over here. IceLuc is so aggressive. But anyway, we do have encampment training projects coming up from Washington. IceLuc still didn't plug in the card or got encampment. I do see IceLuc is going for bronze working coming up in 2 turns and political philosophy in 4. He just preferred to go for 4 series, and of course he's getting his horses out from his 4 city and his capital. He did build a road. I like this, that he did prioritize building a road towards the front line, so he actually resupplies it with new units if need be. And we're gonna have to see next turn what kind of golden age options they're gonna go for. This will be quite important. Finalfin also saying if you have to walk more than 10 tiles for the city through those chokes, you won't achieve much, and you see RR already has encampment. Yeah, I guess. Are you talking about Persia against America, or what are you talking about? Anyway, now we do have Pipo coming up with his 3 commercials. He's the only one making merchant points at the moment, and we're gonna see if he's gonna manage to get all 3 of those merchants. Was talking about immortals. Yeah, it will take them quite a bit of time to get here, I gotta say. They're not that fast, but yeah, it wasn't that long. And I think if you would have set up the city over here on the marble tile, he would have been happy with it anyway, having a closer staging place to actually attack America. Anyway, we'll see how Pipo is gonna try to evolve around this. I'm pretty sure they do trust IceLuc to get as much damage done against their opponents, and that's exactly what's happening. Even though he did lose an archer, it was a trade, and by the looks of it, already the horses of Indonesia are on the doorstep of America. He doesn't have a general, so he's not gonna get to push through that easily, and Toilet is ready with quite a few warriors over there to try to soak up some damage before his horses come out. And it's fine, he has a general for the horses. He might actually get to push back IceLuc here quite quickly. This is gonna be dangerous actually for IceLuc being so aggressive. Anyway, we did pop into the classical era, so now we get to actually see each of their bonuses. Etemenaki finished. Yes, look at this Etemenaki, man. Oh my god, this is beautiful. And look at the 3 Acropolises coming out from Apology. He's just gonna explode with science and culture at the same time. Anyway, Kiber coming up with a pen brush and voice golden age. 4th city out to the north, the city of Kume, getting that harbor out. I do see also Alexis Krebs. Thank you so much for the follow, sir. We do have lighthouses coming out from Ostia for more traders. The same can be said about Rome. He's gonna get some extra food on these fish tiles as well, with 25 gold a turn and 44 production at the moment. Still no externals. He's using 1 internal, and he's breaching. Anyway, the fog of war towards Australia, so he can send externals like Justice suggested. We do have Teddy on 10 science with 22 culture, 40 production, still on 3 cities. He's pumping out horses from each of them and trying to go over here, trying to defend first of all against Indonesia, and second of all try to attack into him. And we do have the first horse taken down. The toilet has attacked Indonesia. Oh my god, he got the first classical unit out of the game. That's the first kill over here. First blood. We do have Infinite with also 11 science, 20 culture on John Curtin, 5 cities at the moment with Moksha second, still Governor Magnus in the capital city. I do see he's putting down quite a few harbors and going 5 cities over here. That seems like he's gonna be a bit late on his timings for caravels. It doesn't look like he's prioritizing them that much. There was a bit of war over here between Phoenicia and I think one of the English galleys that was scouting to the south, and it looks like Phoenicia did manage to win that war. The winning by him is going back into his cities to get the health back. We do have Damori with 22 science and 11 culture. He did go for a free inquiry golden age. That's why he's getting that science up, trying to get his 4th settler going. And I do see he's choosing audience chamber in his capital city, Gavron Plaza. He chose the placement for the Gavron Plaza between those harbors and of course the other city centers, so he can get more adjacency towards those districts. Apology with 20 science already, 22 culture, pen brush and voice chosen from him. He does have the first Acropolis is out. This one in Mycenae is a +4. He has a +4 over here in Sparta, another +2 next to Athens, and Argos is gonna get another +2. Getting his 5th city soon on the east side, and oh my god, look at that science acquirement. He's gonna be so happy. Unfortunately, you can't really improve with an extra point of production these marsh tiles, but it's better than working just 3 food tiles. Oh, and 6 city over here to the south. Oh my god, exploding volcano took out the rice and the marsh. Oh, kick. Oh my god, he must be so mad right now. It is what it is, man. Almost lost the settler as well. It is, well, I should say the archer escorting the settler. Okay, so this is what I was worried about. We do have America now with the generals pushing back into the Indonesian archers. Yes, there is an encampment coming out from Ternate. Yes, there are some horses, but they're not where they should be. Usually horses should be on the front line and archers behind them to try to shoot over the horses to deal the damages and allow the frontline unit to soak up the biggest damage, the biggest hits. And we do have people with 12 science and 22 culture on Nader Shah. Nader Shah is still on 4 cities, and I do see he's building up his market counts over here and the commercial counts. He's soon to get the first grade merchant with 22.4 points out of 30. And we do have him getting a wave of builders over here to start improving his territory, and his government plaza in his place to the south. He's gonna get a +5 commercial over here to the southwest, and we're going to see if he's gonna manage manage to get good signs coming out from his campuses soon. This volcano did explode to the west, making this a very good city, except it burned down the banana, but I guess that would be a campus tile anyway. We got IceLuc with 18 science and 14 culture. He did choose pen, brush, and voice golden age. I gotta say, he didn't go for, he didn't have time to go for his campuses, and by the looks of it, he didn't put a single harbor here. He's gonna be lacking a decent amount of production, and at the same time, the science, we're going to need to see if he's gonna manage to get his defenses up against Teddy RR. Toilet is pushing in with everything he can, and even took out that, how to say, that encampment unit that was protecting. There was an archer over there. It's not there anymore, and we gotta see if IceLuc is gonna manage to chop a unit out, maybe chop one of those archers so he can shoot at the horse and take back the tile. And we're gonna need to wait and see. This advantage of having a general is quite impressive. It does have also +2, so that's a +7 on America, just like chat was saying earlier. Zaydor, hello there, sir. Finally get to catch you live. Welcome, welcome. Are we going to get a win prediction today? Yes, I should actually put up a win prediction. Totally forgot.
I want to point out that Indo actually built a second encampment in Badung, and he's projecting there. So having this encampment blocked is not the end of the world.
Yeah, true. IceLuc, I think this is one of the things that sometimes we see, sometimes we don't see, and I gotta point out that this is how you should actually play it, because otherwise we're gonna lose much quicker. He's understanding the situation he finds himself in, and he's trying to how to say, do everything he can do to actually stop this attack from happening. There was a specific phrase that I used to use on this one that totally escapes my mind over here. He's not hugging his spawn. How is he? Oh man, makes the best out of a bad situation, I guess, but there was no, I was embracing. There we go. Haaland knows. He's embracing his position. That's what it was.
Well, I think embracing actually is a pretty positive thing. Like you find joy into what you're doing. Like this is what.
That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. You know, you actually need to do that.
I don't think he enjoys.
No, because like if you don't enjoy it, you're how to say, you might actually play underperform during the game. You need to enjoy it. You need to have fun during doing all of this. You need to pull off kind of like Uzmi does. You know. Uzmi maneuver over here. You need to embrace this.
The Uzmi maneuver. Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Also, I mean, he should have just played defensive strategy was winning high risk play with no reward really possible, as is Scrimp pointing out that initial warfare, and I do tend to agree his archers should have actually been placed in a much more defensive posture. If he would have had at least 2 more archers over here in Ternate, or even 3, I think it would have been a different scenario. But yeah, what can you do? Now he can't even push properly into these units. Like look at America's units, 44 strength on the defense, and that's on a weak unit. The horse is just 35 on his side. He can't do it. He can't push back. I mean, he just lost another archer. This is not going great, guys. Not going great. Wallowstrong coming up next turn. He did manage to get that project 10. He's 2 turns away from actually recruiting this if he has the card in, and I believe he actually does have the card in. Let me actually double check. Oh no, quick maneuver coming up from the toilet. He's actually gonna go towards Palembang. That city does not have a horse inside, and it does look like IceLuc did push back the general, and we do have Palembang getting attacked over here. One of the horses got taken down. Toilet can hit the city with 2 units, while that horse is gonna pop out from the city center. Oh man, quick maneuvers over here. IceLuc, both IceLuc and Toilet managed to I guess hit each other at this point. Yeah, America. Haley Loader sir, Usmip always dies in medieval era against deity players. I don't know if he always dies, but I know he really embraces his position over there, and he really likes war, especially early warfare. Like very happy with it. He's like, woo! I got an enemy to go against. Woo! Let's go. You know, that's what I was referring to. I think we actually didn't talk about Mimi here, about Milamber. Milamber 3 series, we do have him with 3 Inquiry Golden Age on his side as well, 23 science with 14 culture. I do see him pumping out the 4th and the 5th settler, getting campuses down from Utica. What is this? What is this campus? Oh, I see, a +2 over here. City of Tyre still needs the 7 pop because he built, of course, the government plaza there. In Byblos, he does have a +4. That's gonna be giving him a decent amount of booster. And we do see he's starting to actually expand on the islands. One of the good things of Phoenicia is he does have the extra movement, right, on the settlers, if I remember correctly, for Dino. Phoenicia, there we go. Settlers gain +2 movement and +2 sight range while embarked. Settlers ignore additional movement cost from embarking and disembarking. It's very, very easy to actually get all of these cities out there. You can win something now. Yeah, command. Okay, predictions is we'll put 1 point for TVMT to get the jackpot. Yeah, that's a good question. It looks like America did manage to take down another one of those units, and there is a troop truck appearing for Indonesia here to help him deal the damage against his opponent. Looks like we got the art. Oh my, toilet is in trouble. Yeah, pumping out more units. This is Irel War at its finest. The 4th series Indonesia versus 3 series America. America is managing to take the units down from Ternate. Ternate does have a carry over there trying to help the city get more defense. It's not that big, but I guess we're going in to see if they're gonna put some gold into him to get more units out. There is a horse coming out from Majapahit, another horse from Palembang, Badung trying to build a wave of archers, and Ternate's walls are 4 turns out from finishing. This is not gonna go well. Not good, guys. And of course he does need the units in the south, unfortunately, to get some promotions. They're not there. They didn't get the this is a bit actually sad. He didn't get enough experience on these horses to get the promotions in, and yes, they're gonna be weak. America can actually take them down quite quickly. He chose to go against Ternate. He's gonna try to get there. There's no, oh wait, there might be a possibility for a chop here. If they buy him from Majapahit, a builder, they might actually get to chop this 1-2 tile and chop the walls, but I don't think it will help that much. By the time that gets there, the city might be taken down anyway. It's he's gonna double slam last move, first move. Yeah, 1, 2, and he didn't get the, oh, the third one didn't have movement. Oh, yeah, that's it. It's gone. Is there a possibility? What do you think, guys? Is there a possibility he actually gets the ancient walls built or deals some damage against this? Okay, pillage on that trader. The horse doesn't have enough movement to hit the horse.
I don't see.
No, that's gone.
It doesn't die out. Yeah, it's 1 turn too late.
Wait. He can hit this horse, but he should have bought another horse. No. Not happening. He needed the horse. They needed to buy him a horse in Ternate. I think that's the only way he could have actually saved that city. Classic toilet not moving general forward. It is on the front line. I guess it wasn't when he started hitting. I didn't see so much resources for those walls. It feels like they're both just going to Irel themselves. Oh yeah, I'm sure this is happening. I guess the biggest question is when Pipo is gonna go against his opponent. He did put down an encampment from Gordian. He is starting to move some units towards America, but I feel like this is a bit too late. And this was the discussion I had earlier with Justice, right? You were saying that if Pipo doesn't interact with America somehow, it's just gonna go very, very, very wrong for Indonesia.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Indo played it a bit recklessly, in my opinion. Like moving the archers forward for no reason. So he gets rightfully punished right now. So it's not only about people not taking away pressure, but I do believe he also made a couple of misplays on the war moves. But
okay, he killed a unit on the west side, and Toilet didn't attack into the city center. Oh, walls! Oh my god, the city's gone. No time for IceLuc to get that city back. He does have his horse, unfortunately, caught out of position, and even if it did get how to say, some damage, it wasn't enough. Boats were boats. Indonesia does have boats. Maybe he pokes a little bit Ternate anyway. We do have a horse coming up from Palembang now in 2 turns. He's getting new horses, but unfortunately America's units are going against him a bit too fast for his own defenses to catch up. And we don't have enough gold on their side to actually give him units. Yes, they do. They have gold. They're just not investing into him. Oh no, we do have 25, 35, 6 and 33 gold per turn from their side, and they do have enough for another horse over here. They should honestly, like, to keep him alive, they should just invest as much as they can now. I don't think there is another way. Anyway, maybe that's just me.
I like the random monthly gypsum.
Yeah, I was watching that also. I guess he forgot to switch it. I don't think he actually thought he's gonna lose Ternate, to be honest. I think he thought that he's gonna have enough time with the first moves to hit at least one more horse, and if the second horse in the south would have been taken down, there wasn't a possibility for Ternate. Or at least Ternate would have survived long enough to get the walls up. And I gotta say, if that builder was bought in Majapahit, he could have chopped the walls.
By the way, I just want to have a quick overview over the rest of the map, because I think there's a couple of things happening.
Yes.
Like, the most obvious thing is that this is actually very different Australia than we are used to see. Like, he just went the harbor opening, so he pretty much doesn't have that much tempo. So
only 14 signs.
Yeah. So I was worried a while for Gorgo, because he was obviously very late on. But like, it doesn't.
Gorgo's booming. It's so strong.
Yes, of course. But if Australia rushed for caravels here, I think the coastals of Gorgo would just be dead.
Yeah, I agree. But he didn't, and by the Apology is gonna get a good timing on them.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It also, Vicky and Dido kind of perfectly mirroring each other, like exactly on the same tech, pretty much the same science, right? So there won't probably not be happening that much as well. Also, everyone passed the last classical admiral, which is pretty interesting. What happens right now is everyone who can chops out a couple of projects, and then it's gonna be click, click, click on the medieval admirals. And
that's a good question coming up from chat as well. Zaldor is asking us, Escaper, good evening, sir, is asking us if Gorgo is going to get denied on the admiral screen. The moment Gorgo is just building up his admiral points, and we do have them passing. They passed, 4 of them passed? Yeah, 4 of them passed this first admiral, or one of the first admirals. I don't know if anybody
Somebody will have to unlock at some point.
Oh, I see. 2 of them got picked. 3 of them got picked. So yeah, they're passing these ones. The last classical one. Somebody's gonna need to pick, and I'm pretty sure he needs projects. That's exactly what he's doing. He's getting projects from Athens. I do see another harbor coming up from Sparta. He's gonna need to get one from Argos. And the biggest thing is what's happening here with Palembang. Like this, yes, he did get another horse, but there are so many American units just running around his territory trying to build the walls. It's gonna take time. We do see America starting to scout over here in Majapahit. I do have to point out there still are some chops over there in Majapahit, and they're still not investing into him. I don't know if America got invested gold, but he also has insane amount of chops. Do you think they actually invested in America's army here? Doesn't seem like.
No, not really. They just gave him horses. That's it. By the looks.
Yeah, he does have 50 production versus IceLuc's 35. Interesting. Well, now he does have that extra city. But honestly, Indonesia did have a bit more production for some time. It's a bit surprising for me that he couldn't get enough units, or he misused, I guess, his units over there, especially those that archer attack at the beginning. He tried. I can't fault him for trying, you know, he tried. And I do see an extra point of damage coming up on the American units. It's an extra +1 that he's getting, so +3 plus the general +5, +8 now on him against Indonesia's only general bonus. Oh well. I gotta say, I'm a bit surprised we don't see boats bought here with faith. How much faith does he have? 64. He could no. That's he's on 58. Okay. No, Palembang is low HP. His horse got hit quite a bit. He needs to promote it as quickly as possible to get that extra strength in. There we go. 3 turns for ancient walls to come in Palembang. The horses can actually triple hit it, but I think if the horses triple hit it, it's not gonna go well. Indo might as well save for the faith unlocking Admiral. I mean, you say that, but
there's no way that he will ever build a harbor in this situation.
He got the boat. He's gonna go poke Ternate a little bit.
But it's still a very peculiar situation for TVMT here, because Rome, Australia and England all have passed already, so Gorgo is pretty much the only one who can unlock the admirals at all.
Yeah.
So like, whatever how it works, like the second he unlocks, he will lose out on the medieval admiral. So they may as well just pass it well and just ignore it. So maybe this maybe in this game medieval admirals may become obsolete.
To be honest, it looks like Kiber here is gonna be the one designated to get caravels, while Apology to the south is also going for that technology. We do have them very close in science. Well, of course, Apology is a little bit higher in culture, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get mercenaries at the correct moment in time. We do have 99 production versus America's 66, with 1, 2, 3, 4, no, only 3 cities that can pump out boats, unless Pharsalos does actually get the harbor out to the north, which I'm pretty sure he's actually gonna try to do. Is not gonna get to use that production city to get any boat, but there's only one city that Kiber can use to get boats out on the west. That's Ravenna. That's it. That's his exposure to the ocean, and he's doing what he needs to be doing. A lot of pre-builds here. Mathematics coming away. That's actually Australia. Kiber 110 buttress, Milamber 110 buttress. We do have Apology moving towards bronze working. They might actually want to get some extra iron. Interesting. Okay. On IceLuc, we do have 11 science with 20 culture versus America's 18 and 22. Both of them are kind of low in the technology screen. America is going to be a bit faster on the crossbows, but I don't think it matters that much. Well, oh my god, Palembang is going down. Yeah, he did triple hit it. Those horses just disappeared from the screen.
Oof.
Yeah, that's another city taken down. I guess this is the moment we need to ask ourselves. Safety settler from IceLuc. Shipbuilding, safety settler. Oh man, the second he lost Ternate, everything started going sideways. And I do have to mention, I was a bit surprised about Ternate's position. I don't know why. I was thinking he's either gonna put the city to the south a little bit more and get Badung on the coast to the south. That felt
honestly, I don't mind the settler. I think he just played it questionable. Like he kind of threw the archers away. He went did a couple of very aggressive moves when he was not supposed to do. Like,
no,
I think the settle itself was fine. He just played it a bit too greedy and got punished for it.
Okay. I do want to point out if it was on the main style, I'm pretty sure it was different. But anyway, on Gorgo, Heli was asking us about the cities. No, there are 3 cities on the coast. Sparta can get boats out through Athens, and it looks like Argos is getting boats out as well. It doesn't have a harbor in there, but he can, of course, he is on the coast to the north. So 3 cities versus 1 city, Rome. We do have Persia actually getting 2, 4, 6, 7 cities, and looking at the stats over here, he's on 33 and 41. Did manage to get encampment training projects going, and I do see in the merchant skill he's on 6.9 points. Did manage to also get Zankian for an extra trade out capacity, and he should actually start building up his science scout. Now we're going to see if Teddy Roosevelt is actually going to be able to withstand an attack from Persia. We might see some Knights, Corsairs, or later on technology go against America. We're gonna need to see if he's gonna get to avenge his fallen brother over here, IceLuc. Why is Persia being so passive? That's a question that actually we're all thinking about. I think it was more like there was some suggestions over here in the chat that he's trying to be relevant for the late game and just let IceLuc try to defend against America, against Toilet, which on one side it does make sense. On the other side, Justice did point out that the Immortal push should have been quite a problem over here for America, and I do have to agree. America would have had the significant problems withstanding Immortal pushes from the east side if Persia played this a little bit differently. Now, will he be able to catch up? Because I think that's what it comes down to, right? You try to not derail yourself into your opponent for later game advantages, and just understand that one of your nations will be in significant trouble to get advantages later on, and try to avenge him, try to equal the balance of the game somehow. On the other side, if he would have derailed, they would have probably kept America in check, but it would have been 1 player from one side being in check, while 2 players on the other side would have been in trouble. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure there's an easy solution to this. Just make careful budget and go a janitor mode. Okay. Also, too far for effective Immortal. This way, French would have 2 Realme Indomies played of him, but he'll get to junk his Immortal. Oh, that's a big if though. He's down to what, 16 culture a turn, and he's getting civil service in 8 turns. Yeah. Well, at least his capital looks like he's going to be safe for a while. Badung did manage to get walls. It's going to take some time until the catapults, the siege units, get onto the front line and start to hit the upcoming cities. Victor is establishing Badung, and I guess he does have another city over here that he could place to the south if he wants to. Now, he's also getting some galleys to try to poke at his former city Ternate, and unfortunately with the takeover of Palembang, the city of Ternate's loyalty did get stabilized, so not that big of a problem. Okay, I see cartography coming up in 3 turns from Kiber, cartography coming up in 3 turns from Apology. Kiber does have significantly more bows than him, but now we do see Apology is getting his galleys out. Actually, I say significant, but it's like 2, 4, 5, 6 soon, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and a 7th. Okay, on Apology. We'll see if he's gonna manage to get 2 waves out. It's quite important to actually have superior numbers. Infinite though, 54 science, 48 culture. He just jumped up significantly when it comes to the science. And it looks like he does have a good gold generation on their side as well, with 68 gold a turn, 80 production on Australia, while Milamber is on 36 science with 29 culture and 52 gold per turn. He did manage to put down quite a few cities, and 2, 4, 6 over here. We're going to need to see if he's going to be able to withstand both of these nations. Damori with, of course, big brain plays always coming up from him. Woo, he gotta bite him. Damori just got himself a biting. Sea Dog fleet showing up for him big. Hendrik, thank you so much for the follow, sir. Did you boys get the animals? That's a good question. Let's see what happened in the animals. Yep, they got them.
Australia got all of them.
Oh,
even though I don't really understand how. What? Like the last classical admiral doesn't show up. Well, actually, never mind. Waff Rider got it. Wait, Rough Rider got it?
Yeah, Rough Rider got it. They
But
bought
he
him?
doesn't have a harbor.
They bought him for him.
But you cannot buy an admiral
I guess.
without an harbor, can you?
I think you can. Wait, where is it? And why? Yeah, it's here. Look, he can. Yeah, city on water. He has city on the coast, so he can. Like if you're inland, you can't. That's the not. You don't need the harbor. Yeah, living at big. Yeah. It looks like Commander Snake here is very proud of his boys at the moment. He's just sipping mojitos over there next to a kangaroo and looking at the game, just having fun.
Also the turn of 46 Artemis. Casually.
Wait, where is Artemis?
In Ostia.
In Ostia. Oh, here. Yeah. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. That's a Liang city
so, yeah.
also. I really like this slinger, by the way. This slinger in the forest is just trying to pick through the trees over there and watching the galleys just passing by from Apology. He knows the numbers here.
Yeah, also pretty much everyone hitting caravels now. So we may have a look at this.
Yep. I do want to take a look at the ERA score really quickly because we're 6 turns away from getting the golden age and it doesn't look like everybody's gonna make it. Damori 6 points out. We got Apology 2 points away. Looks like he's gonna get it. But Kiber, is Kiber gonna go dark? He might actually want to go dark. Actually, that will give him the extra edge he needs to take out Apology here. No Admiral on Apology. His bonuses are what? Plus 4 from Oligarchic Legacy, and that's it. Okay. Wait a second. Is Gorgo in Classical Republic? Oh, Pepega. Oh no!
Vicky also has the double admiral, so he can pop for privateer and still have an admiral against Dido without an admiral.
Yeah.
Can also be pretty nasty.
Yeah, and I don't think it's how to say, always a good idea to actually just bunker yourself behind choke points, because it's just going to be a matter of time until frigates will come to push you, and especially without admirals, it's very hard to actually deal with this. We do need to see if Milamber is also going to get his stats up, because he's only on 39 science with 31 culture. He's by the looks of it, he's not building that many campuses, and in the ones that he did build, he didn't manage to get the libraries in. He does want to get a few more pre-builds going, and I gotta say, there's a massive navy getting ready over here in Damori's territory. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 galleys ready to be upgraded, and he's building more. This is how you do it, boys. This is how you do it. Especially when you have to go in a 1 versus 2 or 2 versus 2 situation. This is how you do it. Even if you don't upgrade them quickly because you don't have the gold, you just have them ready to be upgraded a little bit later. Why is there a circle of shame next to London? There's a circle of shame. Wait, what? Where? I don't see a circle of shame. Did he just cover it with a diplomatic quarter? He quickly covered it. Oh, the island. I don't know what. Oh, wait, did he lose a city here on the Olive? Did we miss this? Did he lose a city to Dido?
Well, I definitely saw a settler going there. He probably settled and got instantly slammed by bibeams or something.
Yeah, he did lose a city. Finarfin is telling us, oh my god, Damori is probably fuming right now. You can see the steam coming out of his ears. I'm pretty sure. If he, man, this is something that I would like. This is something I dream of having extra content for how to say casting and so on. Those cameras, man, those cameras like you see in other games like Counter-Strike or Valorant. You see the reactions on their face. You see that how to say words, maybe get some sound. It's just so amazing. Their emotion, yeah, exactly. It's gold. What? Sorry?
Damori has a bi-beam.
Yeah, he got it with the Sea Dog fleet. He snatched it away from Mimi. I don't know how I'm feeling about this game. Not sure who will scale on our team while Nader sims. Yeah, well, I would say Nader is trying to sim. Apology is also gonna be in a 2 versus 1. Might be even, yeah, in a 2 versus 1 situation here, because the Infinite is starting to pump out galleys also, and I think even Rome by itself might be able to keep Greece from doing anything very bad here. Looking at what's going on between Indonesia and America, things have settled down a little bit, but there's just a matter of time. These catapults are going there, and they're gonna start shooting down the defenses of Badung. That city doesn't have a horse in, nor does he have a lot of production to use it. He is trying to get the crossbows machinery coming up in 3 turns, and by the looks of it, well, the galley is getting hit by the catapult in Ternate. We do have horses slammed in the south. That's actually, I think, a sacrificial horse. It's going to be a trade with these swordsmen of America can actually push back, and look at catapult get in with the extra bonus from the general. He did get the extra movement. He did get to shoot down Badung's defenses to half HP.
Okay, first, Apology is upgrading at first. They have pretty similar amounts of gold, so we will see. Worm has 6 pre-builds there.
Yep, 2, 4, 7.
But, yeah, but obviously Worm has the Admiral advantage, so it's gonna be very hard for Apology to do anything.
Kiber couldn't get out of getting a golden kick. Honestly, I think that could have been just much better for him, but he couldn't get out of it. Wait, he's actually trying to get the golden of his own? Oh no, that's not gonna be... Anyway, we do have Greece over here coming up with the upgrades. Kiber is getting his cartography next turn. He probably sees also the strength of the cities of Gorgo to the south. And let me actually take a look at the vision here. Yeah, he knows, or he should know, the strength of the cities is 57 there. I think it's only on us, right? The garrison defense did the update properly. And we do have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 caravels upgraded from Apology. He's gonna need to do this quickly if he wants to do this, because he's not gonna get another chance, and it doesn't look like he's fast enough on this, honestly. Yeah, no, we do have caravels moving forward. These caravels on attack, they do 69 versus the caravels of Greece 64, and I gotta say Apology is getting 2 turns for Divine Right, which would allow him to actually get a few more of those slots in for his military bonuses. Right now in Classical Republic he's just not gonna cut it. It's actually a bit of boo-boo over here staying in Classical Republic with no extra bonuses. He can't slam. And I think the biggest question is, will Greece start to make projects now? He should try to make projects, right? To get Santa Cruz. That's the only way he can get out of this. Or at least stabilize.
It's currently 300 points. The best thing you can really hope for is like maybe Dido projecting for you, because he already has a lot more points, and then they get cheaper on the next era. But yeah, like pretty much if you're getting screwed out of the medieval admirals, you're gonna have a really hard time defending caravels.
Yeah. Well, I do see IceLuc is still defending over here, but Badung is about to be slammed here by 2 of these catapults. It's just a matter of moving. Toilet should move the swordsman to the south, allow the catapults to move in and double slam it. That's gonna be enough damage for the city to go down next turn. He can even sacrifice his horse against that doorstep. Now we do have only archers coming up from Indonesia. He's gonna still be alive and kicking with one city. Well, less kicking, but alive. We do need to see if he's gonna get a safety settler. He can place one maybe in the south over here on one of these islands. That would help him survive. No way, zero Oli in legacy. No, he has. Oh wait, you're talking about Kiber maybe? Let's see. Yeah, he does. It's he has oligarchy. I don't know if he has oligarchic legacy, but he does have oligarchy right now. Let me check. I don't see the card. Okay. He did finish audience. Well, I guess you don't see it because it's he's in oligarchy, so he should have it. Oh, Gorgo does have it. Gorgo does have it. I did notice it. Oh wait, he didn't plug it in. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, he does have it. He just waited for divine right. I'm pretty sure he waited for divine right, and now he's gonna get these 2 more points with oligarchy legacy 4. You know, there's something going on here. Something. Okay, there we go. He's plugging in. He activated. Let's see what he's doing. Maritime Industries, Professional Army, Oligarchic Legacy, Urban Planning, Self-Dorm, and Campus. He does have 65 points with Science with 86 Culture, -2 gold at 10, 133 production. He's actually very good when it comes to the production, but he's going to be fighting 3 nations here, and it looks like Kiber did upgrade a few boats in Australia's territory to defend him from any danger, and he's moving them right now on the southeast. Yeah, he's actually cutting off these Greek units.
Infinite is actually going to be the Dark Age enjoyer here.
Oh, 2 more turns, right? So Kiber did manage to get his golden. It looks like 42-51 for CivAus Australia, for America to get there. It doesn't look like he's gonna get it, but Badung is dead. Right now, 3rd catapult walking in, Badung is dead. Was that the city where he got his... No. Government Plaza? No. Infinite Dark Age, Damori, 1 point away from a Golden Age. He does have 1 more turn. He's pumping out of horse, but that's probably going to give him the last point. Apology, getting his golden. Pipo, getting the golden. IceLuc, doesn't matter at the moment. Milamber is 61 out of 64. Needs 3 more points to get there, and he didn't get it through the rollover. Can he get there? That's the question. Can he get there? Can he get something to get there? He's making 9 great admiral points a turn. That's a long way from actually getting an admiral. Maybe a city state. They still. Oh, Taruga did get soused by Pipo, by the way, and that's.
Yeah, both of them got soused. Geneva's tight as well on 3 envoys. I guess they just saving up envoys because they don't want to feed Evosco to each other.
Yeah, okay, Milamber 62-64. Did he get, okay, he got a horse. He can get an iron unit out. I don't see any iron unit. Phoenicia. He can upgrade the warrior here. I don't know if he actually has. Oh, he doesn't have. He just got bronze. Doesn't have that option. I do see finally a move from Immortals going against America, but this is way too late. Like, these Immortals would get stopped by multiple crossbows defending America, and we might actually see possible coursers there also. Just not gonna work properly. Milamber can get a city soused if he does manage to get enough envoys. The question is, does he have enough envoys? He did manage to build Stonehenge here. He got the only religion of the games and meditation with sacred places and getting a few more points in, but unfortunately his science numbers 53-40 are not that great. On the other side, neither does Damori have a lot of science. He did get everything all into this navy here. We'll see. It's very important to get the golden for Milamber. That free inquiry golden age is saving him so much right now. I think, I mean, I don't think it was Pipo's only decision. I'm pretty sure it was also a decision made by the team. Like the entire team discussed this, and they just let IceLuc defend by himself. But I think they should have invested a lot more into his defenses.
Yeah, on Teamers it's pretty much always like a decision. And Alexis also told us earlier, which is very true. Like first, there's obviously the choke for Teddy. Like there are only 3 tiles, so like if people went like fully mortals, he wouldn't have accomplished much, but rather just alleviate some pressure for price of revealing himself into that.
Yep.
And the communication was probably like IceLuc told people, I can hold this, so you can sim. It obviously always looks bad if it doesn't go that well, but I mean, these are the kind of risks you have to take in a team game, right? Like it's not like people is just there chilling, listening to music, like you do in FFA or whatever. They talk about stuff like this.
And I gotta point out the production capabilities of TVMT are very good right now. Apology 142, Pipo 177. Yes, he doesn't have all of the points that we would like to. And Mimi lost his golden. That's unfortunate. That's a lot of stats shaved off. But anyway, we do have Kiber, Free Inquiry Golden Age. We got Terry Normal Age, Infinite Dark Age. Damori, Free Inquiry Golden Age, another one, 48 points, but he's also lacking a lot of culture. Apology Golden Age with Pen Brush and Voice, 82 and 88 on his side. He's gonna actually get to nationalism pretty soon. Pipo 7763 with a Pen Brush and Voice, a second one, IceLuc Dark Age, and Milamber unfortunately normally. So 2 players from each team did manage to lose their Golden Ages while the other one did get it. Honestly, I think if Milamber knew he's gonna lose the Golden Age, he would have just stayed dark. Anyway, now we're gonna have a pause soon. It's 9 more seconds until we're gonna get this World Congress, and let's quickly get this going while 2 minutes of a pause. While this is happening, we're gonna come back to see what's gonna happen here between the two teams, Civ Australia and TVMT. Okay, I go A into U, A into in the second option I go culture, and in the last option U. So U, culture, U, and you go B into these options. Be right back. Oh, if you wanna talk about the game, feel free, Justice.
Oh yeah, sure. But I'm kind of afraid there's not that much to talk about right now. The only notable thing is that Damori still takes 3 turns of hitting mercenaries. Then we may actually see some upgrades. But like, they don't have endless gold, so they may actually prefer to upgrade thing for infinite, as he has Dark Age. So Infinite will probably have the duty of slamming into Gorgo. And Worm trying to play cleanup on the cities then. While Damori and Milamber will just keep chilling for a bit. Remains to be seen. Like, Civ Australia is obviously a pretty comfortable position here, as Indo is practically dead. And he probably can't even escape. So they may actually choose to go for Diplo here. They want this. Votes are completely even, so it's really up to the players what they want to focus. Yeah, other than that, TVMT at the clear underdog at this point. We may have a look at an angle what they can actually do. Honestly, it's really hard to see. Like on naval, they obviously got screwed out of the medieval admirals, so not much will happen there. It's not like their sim is overwhelmingly good, so that they can just or hit like an ironclad timing or something. I don't really see this happening. I don't know. So assuming Indo is just gonna die, Gorgo will probably lose the coastal sooner or later. And I don't really see an angle for Dido and or Cyrus to really do much here, to be honest.
Oh, welcome back. Lothar Eternal, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome back. Also, Daniel, GG in Fortress. You called it. Wait, you think it's gonna be GG in Fortress? Justice?
Oh no, Ox Daniel said that. I was just looking around the map and trying to find an angle for TVMT to actually get a winning play, but I kind of failed to see anything.
Okay. Well, we do have two players over 100 science on Civ Australia, Infinite and Kiber. We do need to see if Gorgo is going to get more and if Pipo is going to get more. To be honest, I was expecting a little bit more from a little bit more science, I mean, on Persia, but it is what it is. Who did manage to get Hypatia? We didn't check that. It was Gorgo that managed to get Hypatia. Another free trader for Persia. I think he's the only one that built actually commercials, right? Yeah, he's the only one making points, and he's gonna get the fund land, so an extra 3 capacity there. More cities, and I do see great library. I do have to point out there's one last remaining city for IceLuc, and he's getting a safety settler out in 2 turns there. Doesn't look like there's anything to stop him, and we're gonna need to see where is he gonna try to put that safety settler. It's gonna be a while, I guess, until America gets to push through the remaining defenses. Does Indo have escape? That's exactly what's happening right now. He doesn't have it yet though, and of course America upgrading a few more units here. Looking at the also gold generation tab, it looks like we do have I should say a good gold generation coming up on both teams. A lot more on Civ Australia though. 92, 14, 62, 35. While on the other side we got 22, 64 and 93 with -1 on Indonesia. I did also notice there were pre-builds from Apology in these quadrims. He's getting the frigates out, pre-built frigates, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want to get as soon as possible to the frigate technology. Did he get it? Yeah, he got it. So it's just a matter of getting that niter in his territory here. He does have a niter tile next to Mycenae and one next to Pharsalos. We're going to need to see if he's going to get the technology. This is the question. Does he have the technology? Well, Pipo has 14. Also, industrial zones are coming out from Mashhad, new settlers, Great Path coming up in Gordian. Okay, more industrial zones in Passagarde. That's kind of a weak one also, just a +1. Okay, Apology just built the first frigate.
Yeah, unfortunately, like the infinite caravels with Dark Age and Admiral, so he basically got +10, quote unquote, minus the +2 which Gorgo has. So Infinite has +8 on the caravels over Gorgo. So I guess Infinite will just keep slamming and suiciding his fleet basically into Gorgo, and Worm can then just clean up. So I don't see much what Gorgo can do.
Yeah, I really like that both of them did actually take this seriously and got the boats out, got the fleets each of their own, and are 2v1 in Greece right here, while Dido is left thinking that he's gonna need to defend from England, and England is not doing anything. He has the capacity, the capability to get these galleys into caravels, but he's not upgrading. There's just not enough gold to go around here.
Yeah, also he still has Max only next turn.
Yeah, it took him a long time.
This is what you get when you do free ink first.
Yeah, I do have to point out Apology is in a little bit of trouble here. He needs to upgrade the frigates to withstand the Australian caravels, and this is, I think, his only chance. He needs 2 turns. He needs to survive somehow 2 turns, keep his boats alive. I mean, 2 turns, so he gets new caravels out and use these caravels efficiently against Australia. Rome about to get that juicy +7. Where is the +7 coming up here? Yeah, the emblem. Yeah, he's getting it. Wait, did he get terracotta or something?
Yeah, he just finished terracotta. Yeah.
Woohoo! Very nice. That's gonna be pretty good. Imagine if he would have been Dark Age. Oh my. But anyway, Kiber just wanted to get the extra science. Free Inquiry Golden Age. It is what it is. Majapa hit is getting hit, and I do see IceLuc is trying to get his city on the other side. He's gonna put it on a uranium tile. I think Salty Capybara would be very happy with this. She's gonna see a city on the uranium tile, so he, those people will be very happy.
What could go wrong, right?
Yeah. What can go wrong? Well, People with 3 hands and stuff like that.
That's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, 3 hands are obviously better than 2, right? So, where's the problem?
I don't know if they're better than 2. Depends where was the 3 hand, the 3rd hand. Cyborg calling out, go Pipo! Yeah, we gotta see, man. We gotta see.
Talking about 3 hands, we have Cyborg in the house, so let's go.
Yeah, exactly. A wild Cyborg appears in the chat. Hello there. Depend where the... Yeah, exactly. Now we got the universities coming up in 4. Passacar the Gordian. The production capabilities are gonna go sky high here for Pipo. He's already almost double the capacity of. Actually, no, he's more than double of America. 186 versus 78. While I gotta say, America, he put so much effort into attacking his opponent. He's only on 25 science with 23 culture. Is this gonna be a possibility for people to? Use something like cuirassier timing against America? Is that, do you think that's possible? I'm not that convinced, honestly.
Well, possibly. Like, if we wanna trying to be optimistic, but the thing is, TVMT has to get there first, because I kind of see Apology breaking here. When Apology breaks, obviously IceLuc is not very protected on the Skate Settler as well.
Oh no, he actually moved the frigates out. Okay, there we go. He's repositioned.
So,
okay.
So yeah, I just do feel like Apology will kind of lose his coastals here, and long term Dido's gonna struggle on the seas as well. Yeah, so even if we are optimistic, people can try to clean up on cuirassiers or whatever on Teddy. Like, Teddy doesn't matter, he did his job already, so there's really not much value into pushing into the guy anyway.
Yeah. America needs to delete Indo before he gets deleted, Zaldor is calling out. Yeah, honestly what we're seeing right now is 2 players, and one of the leaders of TVMT when it comes to science and culture and production, is about to be taken down by the concentrated power of both Rome and Australia. It looks like there weren't enough boats, not enough pre-builds for Gorgo, I gotta say. His opponent, he was in a 2 versus 1 situation. He stopped getting galleys at some point. He tried to get an admiral, couldn't do it, and this is what's going on. I honestly don't know why he got the harbor on the east side of Mycenae when he could have actually put it to the north next to the Gavron Plaza to get close to over there.
One thing I want to point out, Dido gets 2 more harbor projects next turn, so he may unlock the admirals. So, and then Greece gets an admiral as well. This may help.
It's kind of late. As in, he's both Kiber, and I'm pretty sure soon we will see frigates from Australia. We got some. No, it's too late actually. Okay.
Well, yes, of course, it's very less than ideal, but it's at least something.
A little better, yeah, I guess. There are so many boats from Rome, and I do have to give it to Kiber for getting that terracotta army. That was so important over here for him to get the necessary advantage he needs against the Greek units. Also, I think Apology did manage to get his press gang card, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So he's getting the half cost on the caravels. That's
not bad. No! Indo lost the Cave Settler.
Wait, what? How did that happen?
The random Mormon house came in.
No!
Wow. Okay.
Oh my, yeah.
So IceLuc is definitely dead, and I wonder, he's probably in the middle of Dido. I think if IceLuc dies, they're just gonna forfeit.
I haven't seen a solo carry work so far. I saw 1 or 2 get close though. Yeah, it's very unlikely to happen. I mean, first of all, you have to think about the Diplo situation, and a lot of the times that's why the players are getting these cities out for the Diplo points and the ability to vote in the Congress. And the second one would be the military alliance. If somebody loses a military alliance, it's very bad for the team. There are some situations in which it's not that bad if the backline simmer is losing that military, but that's rarely happening, like maybe 15% of the time. On the other side, we've seen Hazagi try it a lot of the times to carry his team, solo carry his team to a win condition, and he just couldn't do it. Maybe got late game, it was very close, but still the opponent's capabilities to get a lot of production going against him just overwhelmed him at some moment in time. There is a draft for map in Civ before the game. Yes, by the way, how do they end up with this map type? There is a draft, yes. So we do have the MPH mod that allows us to draft the maps. They have 5 maps to choose from each week. At the beginning of the week or before the games are started, we do give the players 2 map bands. By default, the most played maps of the previous week will get banned in the next week, and there was some discussion about this, having worries that we're gonna always ban the same map, and GG. Yeah, there we go. So when the players get in, they have 4 pre-bans available for them, and then they go for the maps and picks and other bans. Okay, so this is it. Civ Australia manages to get a win against TVMT in their I think they actually got the second one, right, in the tournament. Let me actually quickly check on the website over here if we do have. Yes, they did manage to get the one in the first one, so they're tied right now with Black Petre, both of them with 2 wins in the second week. We do have 5 more weeks possible to go, so we're going to need to see how they're gonna fare, how they're gonna get this going. We also need to go for the post-game chat to see what they have to comment about this game, and of course we're gonna have to see when they actually move there in the debrief screen. You wanna move there, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's move. Okay, let's get this going. GG, well played indeed. We'll see. 1 second, I'm gonna. Oh, GG, well played.
GG.
IceLuc, hard game, man. Hard game. I did want to ask you, you kind of, I would say, went a little bit on a limb over there to attack with the archers. Did you think pushing into America might destabilize him, or you would have wanted to kill some people?
Yeah, I wanted to damage warriors before upgrade as much as possible, and the God of the Forge with the volcano was a bit too much for my front 50.
Yeah, that was painful, I gotta say. What was with the decision on Pipo? How did the discussion go on a possible 2 versus 1 against America?
We decided I had to go up first to get merchants and be relevant later in the game.
Okay.
We didn't expect this, to be honest.
Okay.
It was a really fast kill.
Yeah. Yeah, what can I say, man? The power of toilet.
Yeah, he had good volcano and good pantheon.
Yeah, the 3-style toilet.
Priest, a war general. GG.
Yeah,
GG.
GG.
Il a encore pas de la chance.
Yeah, well. Okay, the only thing I'd actually might be inclined to ask is, Infinite, did you actually consider going for stone circles, or do you just go always open sky on Australia no matter what? Because you obviously didn't have much, right?
Infinite?
Infinite doesn't
he was
talk
for-
justice. He doesn't talk justice.
Oh, okay. Okay, this makes it a bit less awkward because I was like, okay. I see.
Well, what did you ask him about Open Sky? I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering about the open sky for 2 pages. I mean, it was obviously not the Australia spawn Nidwindorf, but I was wondering if he could circles or something else. But...
Dude, he doesn't like stone circles, but a lot of chops of Magnus for boats and projects. Doesn't really like stone circles.
Yeah, so this is pretty much just personal preference, I see.
Yeah, it wasn't like the greatest pasture spawn, I agree, but I mean, it's still a bit of culture. Helps him get to like mercs and stuff, government, mill, alliance.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, this was on quote-unquote on the only little anomaly I could spot on your play.
Do you think we should have remapped the middle one? The one where Infinite had we had one continent and Infinite had a shit ton of sheep.
Oh, this was actually a pretty weird one because he had like no space at all, but actually like 2 pretty good cities, right? So like I guess and like +7 campuses or something like that, right? So
Yeah, I honestly didn't look over there much, but I mean, he did his job.
oh yeah, like I think like the continents is obviously very understandable reason to remap, and I think this was pretty much the main reason for you to remap, right?
We had one continent when we load in, and then Damori had really bad spawn. Kiber had pretty bad spawn. Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, Primordial does have pretty below average spawns, but that was kind of bad.
Honestly, I think they were fine enough. Like, I mean, after all, this is Primordial, right? You can expect to have like fresh water and 5 yield tiles everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the one they remapped, we remapped like 17 times because of text and stuff, but I had one of the most insane spawns of citrus and plantations on like every tile.
Oh, right. Yeah, we saw that.
And I was so happy to play it, but then they say they use their token on turn 10. I was like, very
Oh yeah,
upset.
honestly, the other remap from TVMT this was completely hopeless for them. Like, it was much worse than this map was. Much worse for them.
Primordial is kind of scrappy, but kind of fun to watch, I imagine. Like, it's always scrappy. Caravels, Horse Rush, Knights.
Oh yeah, for sure. This was. I mean, Primordial is always a bit unfair, I guess, but
we actually have a really big landmass because we load in turn 1 and we see 4 continents, very skinny. So I kind of knew we were going to be on a really big landmass because if you press 2, we're on all 4 continents, like between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And like I kind of knew there was going to be a lot of, like, it's going to be a big mess. I was actually surprised at Indo and Gorgo because I thought it was 1 person, but it was 2. The loyalty looked like 1 person at the start.
Oh, you saw it to the west side. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
But I mean, in the end, it's kind of what you want to see, right? Like, because England and Dido are kind of on free sim, can go nuts on the naval, Australia as well.
We never saw Dido cities, ever. We see the borders of 1 city. Well, actually, I don't know how Damori lost the city. We don't see
Dido is the city of Damori, no?
Yeah, we saw he's not on a quick computer, so he didn't have first moves.
Oh,
and I wasn't paying attention. Like, normally I'm really good at paying attention to my teammates, but not this game. I had to like last move 2 sides because Persia was also. So Indonesia had first moves, really good first moves, but Persia had really like last moves. So it was kind of like awkward because, you know, when one guy has first moves and the other guy has last moves, it's really hard to play against.
Yeah, I see.
Because Persia was last moving me, but Indo's first moving me, so it was fun. It was a good game.
Oh yeah, you certainly did your job. Like, unawareness too. Like, you kind of just pushed Indo. Like, you punished him rightfully. And like on naval control, you did a nice play, buying out the admiral, stuff like this. So.
Wait, well, I'm not sure what exactly happened. As I said, I'm normally pretty good at paying attention, but I wasn't watching admirals much this game at all. But one of them passed on 13 points.
Yeah, pretty
And
much
then-
everyone passed, and then it was the awkward situation for Gorgo being late on the harvest.
Yeah.
So, like, if he took it, then he obviously unlocks for all of your team, right?
Yeah.
So,
Because Gorgo
was-
passed
was
and then
very
I was
awkward.
yelling like, I think Gorgo projected and I was yelling, he projected. But
yeah,
then he
so-
passed, and then the next turn everyone just yelled at me to buy it, so I bought it.
yeah, it's very awkward position for them.
And then I look over and I see our team's completely one naval.
Well,
Naval.
GG, well played. I'm gonna head over
GG's.
now because I need to start updating everything. See you next
Is there
time, and
Yeah.
good luck.
Another big game today, later? Are you
Yes,
casting one
yes.
more later, Michael?
Yeah, enemy versus
Like-
HOH. Brazilians
Yeah.
versus the Germans.
Should be a good game. Right, GG's.
Yep, GG, well played.
Yeah, GG. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Justice, for joining us. And I don't know if you can make it later on, but it would be a pleasure. So just give me a message or something.
Yeah, we'll have to notice on short term. I don't know yet about real life, so
Okay, yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, have a
We'll
good day.
see you.
So there we have it. We heard from AflyingToilett his opinion about the game and also some extra thoughts from what his teammates were dead. I understand there's another game started up right now, Forever Young versus ZYDX. It's gonna be on Trinda stream and I'm gonna send you there soon. At the same time, I do want to thank you so much for joining me today, for the follows, for the subs, and I do hope we're gonna see each other also later on today. Enemy versus HOH starting up at 1700 GMT. Gonna get some food, gonna get some R&R, and I'm gonna come back streaming. Also, sleeping in a few hours. Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much, and have a good night's sleep. With much pleasure for, of course, everything. I do hope if you're coming up from YouTube, you're gonna throw this video a thumbs up, and we're gonna see each other on the live stream on twitch.tv/OnSpotTV. Not to mention, please leave a comment down below, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a good evening, everybody, and see you later. Bye, bye, bye.